when we first interviewed you, all you cared about was, I want to play football for as long as I can play football, then coach football, then die. Has there been any change in that, or is it the same of...
No, still on track.
Still on track. Just going to coach football, then die.
God willing, and the creek don't rise. You know, we're on track.
That's it. On today's Pardon My Take, it is Grit Week, and we have our good friend, Coach Jim Harbaugh, on the show. Incredible interview with him. He is, for everyone who knows the history of Pardon My Take, he was one of our first big guests on Grit Week Season 2. But we're back in the bus. We're traveling around. We're going to training camps. It's Grit Week. We're excited. We're going to talk with Jim Harbaugh. We're going to do Who's Back. We're going to talk some Olympics. We have the Mt Rushmore of things you wish you weren't too old for, which should be very fun. And it's all brought to you by our friends at DraftKings. Know the beautiful thing about being a sports fan? There's only like 2 days the whole year without a game. 2. With so much happening and so much action, that makes just about every day game day at DraftKings Sportsbook. It's super easy for first-time users to get started. Try betting on something simple like picking a team to win. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app, select your team, and place your first bet. It really couldn't be any easier, any simpler. We're going to be tune into all of our socials. We're going to be releasing some of our favorite over-unders, win totals, Super Bowl odds, and this week. So I'm just looking at it right now. I'm throwing it out there. This is like a quick glance. I haven't even studied the board at all. Super Bowl odds, Bengals 13-1. That's what jumps out. That's what jumps out.
I like it. I put in a bet like 2 days ago on the Commanders' Week 3 game. You can bet on that type of stuff.
Nice.
Right now on DraftKings, yeah.
Yeah, Chiefs are plus 500. Niners are plus 600. Ravens are 10-1. Lions are 12-1. So we'll release what we're going to pick this week. And if you're you like it. And if you're new to DraftKings, you got to check this out. New customers bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use code TAKE. That's code TAKE for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5 only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Okay, let's go. Welcome to Pardon My Take, presented by DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use code TAKE. That's code TAKE for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5 only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Today is Monday, August 5th, and it is Grit Week.
Yeah, baby. We're back. The best week of the year.
Yes.
Intro we got.
Yes.
Football is so back, too. Like going to training camps and just smelling football. Hearing football, I think, is the best.
It was so awesome being at Chargers training camp today. We have an awesome interview with Jim Harbaugh coming up. We also got to interview Ben Herbert, their strength and conditioning coach, which we'll release probably next week. But it is Grit Week. It feels good to be back around football. We've got some awesome interviews coming this week for the AWLs, some big-time training camps we're going to, and we all are dressed ridiculous.
We are.
Most of us.
We're all dressed pretty ridiculous right now.
So,
everyone is.
I realized the mistake we made was, so PFT was traveling all last week, and we had the idea. He was like, I don't know what to do because I'm going to be traveling and I'm going to have no new clothes. And we came up with the very genius idea of like, hey, let's just buy new clothes every day while we're out on Grit Week. Mm-hmm. So I did this. I don't know if Max also was in Europe, so he needed new clothes. I packed a single backpack.
I love it.
Hank maybe cheated a little. He packed full clothes, but he's wearing the bought clothes by Huey today. It dawned on me, though, that
they have full suitcases as well.
Yeah, that's true.
I have a suitcase filled with dirty clothes.
I brought just a backpack.
Max's clothes smell like France right now. You don't want that.
Looking at us right now, though, it dawned on me that this only hurts me, Max, and Hank. It doesn't hurt PFT at all. because he's just dressing like he always dresses.
PFT is matched 1,000 times better than he was earlier today when he was wearing like a striped polo and like polka dot shorts.
Oh, Hank, when I was wearing the Part of My Take branded polo shirt with the Blue Mountains.
It's a great shirt.
Piece of
it was
shit.
Just, no, the outfit was horrible. Like you can have a nice shirt and just like if it doesn't match, like you looked like you got dressed in the dark. Like,
It was
that's your
listen.
thing. This is green shorts with a green shirt.
you do look.
Like
You look sick.
I do. I'm the first to admit there's usually 2 days a week where I look like I accidentally dressed like a 6-year-old. I'm going to like kindergarten basically. I look like Bryce Young walking into Barstool.
That's today.
I get it. That was it was my last set of clothes that I had available. Actually, what's messed up is last night I set that out. I had 2 options of what to wear, and I was like, this is my better outfit. So I'll set this out for tomorrow.
Oh, you went with your winner.
I went with my better outfit. Yeah, the other was a Lemmy from Motorhead T-shirt and pink shorts.
Yeah, but
so this was the winner.
Either way, if we all walked down and saw each other first thing in the morning, everyone would be like, "What the fuck are you wearing, Max? What the fuck are you wearing, Hank? What the fuck are you wearing, Big Cat?" And everyone would be like, "Oh, PFT's dressed."
I'm just wearing a John Cena shirt. I actually do own these shorts. I have these same shorts, but they're
Those are just normal
they're
shorts.
darker
Those are normal
blue.
shorts. The
The
pants we're
pants
wearing.
between me, Big Cat, and Hank versus PFT is insane.
Well,
Insane.
Max looks like
I'm wearing the Super Bowl pants.
You look like you're
We're fine.
Dude, I'm wearing a generic football jersey. I don't even know what this is.
I actually like Max's outfit. He looks like
this looks like something that you would wear.
you look like a guy that runs a disco in Scooby Doo.
Yeah, no.
He looks like a cop. He looks like a cop from the 70s, like a movie about a cop from the 70s, and they cut to a scene where they're having a barbecue.
Yeah, but he also looks like a guy who just was in Amsterdam and he was like, "Oh, I'm back and I'm not doing this American dressing anymore." That's what you are. You look like a drug dealer you look like a guy in Amsterdam. They'd be like, "Hey, $5, she'll give you the best night of your life."
You look like Euro Max
You're standing on the street corner.
You're on Max.
So Huey's dressing us. This is day one.
So the nice thing about I knew that when I walked out here, you guys were going to say, "Well, PFT doesn't look any different than he normally does."
It's better.
Yeah, it's
Really
great.
don't.
I look better maybe, but the thing that you don't notice here that I thought somebody would bring up is they got me a crop top shirt, but the crop top it looks like a normal T-shirt on me, and I thought that you guys would bring that up.
Yeah.
But fortunately, I guess just my normal ridiculous look covered up for the fact that I'm short.
And
which
we're
is
going
nice.
back to Chargers camp tomorrow for another interview dressed like this.
Repping Johnson.
And we have some other big interviews coming up that we're going to be dressed equally as ridiculous.
Who do you? I stand out the most in my outfit for sure. Correct.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Hank does have child pornography.
Dude,
on
I'm
his
wearing
shirt.
a football jersey. What are you talking about?
But it's football. You're a football guy.
Really,
You're wearing
I look like I'm
football.
going to a NASCAR event. Well, the top half of me does. The bottom half, I don't know what I am.
PFT said I'm
wearing
wearing
bell bottoms.
I just look
I
like
can
a
just say that I
couch.
woke up late and had to run out to the RV and like didn't have
Yeah,
time
you
to change
just
out of bed.
you just woke. You were just like, oh man, I'm a little groggy. This is what I wear. I wear
this is what I
wear
wear.
my Snoopy.
This is what I wear to eat breakfast, and then I get changed for the days.
Well, that is on brand for Hank. Hank looks like he's still in bed right now.
Do you want to hear the funny Hank story?
I do more than anything.
You want to hear it?
Yeah,
Max heard it.
yeah, whatever.
No, this is a funny Hank
I
story.
want to hear the funny Hank story.
And we'll talk about sports in a second. Can I tell you the funny Hank story?
This is vintage. This is gonna be
Hank,
vintage.
No,
Hank,
it's not.
Hank, I don't want you interrupting, trying to gaslight the audience. I want
I'll
to hear
tell
what
you.
actually happened.
You stop me when I'm wrong.
I'm on Hank's side for this.
but you
though.
stop me when I'm wrong.
But it's just funny coming from Hank. But I'm on Hank's side.
Just to set the stage. So
I'll set the stage with like this is what we do all the time.
okay, all right.
Factor
But
fiction.
the timing
we talk
of it
about
was.
schedules all the time.
But the timing of
Jumping the
it
gun.
was
You're jumping
very
the gun.
fun.
Tell the story,
But
and
the
then
timing of it was very funny. So last week was vacation. Hank just got back from
And the week
vacation.
before.
And the week before, Hank just got back from vacation.
work on Thursday
Saturday,
and Friday.
Saturday he
we
texts.
flew Saturday.
Saturday night
Can
we're
you let
flying
Big Cat
out.
tell the story?
Sorry, you were
Hank
too busy
texts
in
me,
fucking
I'm-
Nashville and Ohio.
Work trip.
I'm pulling up to O'Hare, and I get a text from Hank, and he goes, "I want to get ahead of something. I'm
Fucking
really
hate Hank.
I'm really drunk right now." He texted me that Saturday. It's like 6 p.m. He's just like, "Just want to get ahead of this. I'm really drunk right now." I was like, "I don't care, whatever." So then he shows up. We're about to board. He walks up. Again, we had just got off vacation. First thing he says to me, he goes,
Not very first.
"Yeah, it was pretty much the first."
Not long after.
It was like, "Hey, what's up? How you feeling?" And then he said this. He said, I was looking at Christmas week and how many days we can have off.
No, I was thinking about the show schedule.
That was the first thing. He pulled up his calendar. He's like, look at the Christmas week. I was just like, we just got done with the vacation.
What are you planning, Hank? You got a little trip?
No, I mean, I was literally sitting at my house on Saturday doing nothing.
Just wondering about Christmas vacation?
And I'm looking at the calendar. I'm just curious, looking at the calendar. And again, like part of, obviously, I do love vacations. I'm a huge vacation supporter. That is, a vacation week. But I was thinking about the show and like, obviously depending on when Christmas and New Year's is, how we do the shows differentiates because
I understand this concept.
So I was
his
just
exact
looking at
quote
I was throwing out ideas because there's a world where we could get 2 weeks.
Yeah, he was like, it's the perfect Christmas,
Yeah.
New Year's. We get 2 weeks off.
That is sweet. I'll get Hank's back on this when you're
thinking
when
like
you're in
5
school
hours.
as
Yeah.
a kid and you see that Christmas and New Year's lines up magically where you get
This is a
maximum
magical
vacation.
year. This is a
That's
magical
great.
year.
The difference is we're not in elementary school right
And
now.
football is our job.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of football being
Yeah.
played in those 2 weeks, including the entire college football playoffs. There's Christmas Day games.
I had it all planned out, and Big Cat wouldn't even let me get out my words.
Because I was like, it goes through 2 Sundays. College
We're gonna
football
record on those
playoffs.
Sundays. I wasn't saying we're taking those weeks off. There's a world where we record Sunday. I'm not gonna get into
No,
that.
I'm on Hank's side here. I'm looking at it now. We always have to record on New Year's Eve or on Christmas Eve and Christmas, which sucks that we have to do
Yeah.
that. This year, we don't have to. I don't like. There isn't going to be Christmas Eve games, right?
There's gonna be Christmas Day games.
Yeah, but that's a Wednesday.
Yeah,
So we would.
we'll record on Thursday.
So we'll record on Thursday.
Yeah.
Like that does rock, and I'm on.
But again,
I'm on
it's
your
just the
side.
funny of like
Hank was
we're
trying to
in-
get 2 weeks off.
we're in
Yeah.
the first week of August, and he's just like, I've been looking at the Christmas schedule.
Well, it's also very fitting. The start of Grit Week, the hardest working week of the year, he comes in hot with planning a vacation
We're in
6
LA.
months from
Well,
now.
drunk.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna do that? Go ahead.
Well,
be
this-
Franny Lydon for a second.
This is our second Grit Week in LA that we've done.
So I'm sure there'll be people who are like, why didn't you go to the Rust Belt again? Although there was a lot of people who were mad that we did Buffalo and Detroit last year again. We go where the interviews take us. It's like if you build it, they will come. And we are going to 3 different training camps and have 6 unbelievable interviews coming. So that's what we're doing. And we also are going to find ways. What's grittier than the Pacific Ocean? Nothing. Maybe there's a lot of things, but we're going to try to surf tomorrow, and I'm very worried about that.
Yeah, that's where the Mariana Trench is, lowest pad level on Earth.
Yeah, we asked Huey if he knows how to swim, and he said, I haven't drowned yet.
Yeah, shout out Huey.
I've swam within 7 to 8 years ago.
Within the last 7 or 8 years.
In a pool, in a controlled environment, I'm good.
Yeah, he
Okay,
did-
well, this is the Pacific Ocean.
So
We
who
said,
knows what's gonna happen.
Huey, do you know how to swim? And he goes, I think so.
Yeah.
Which is not the ideal answer.
I mean, I want to.
We're going to get you in floaties tomorrow
Yes.
in the ocean.
Either way, people, there'll be haters for anything. I can just trust us that we have some awesome interviews. And we've also been on an awesome interview kick.
Oh yeah.
Summer ever.
When we were going through the takies, I was going through like episodes to think of stuff that happened last year, and I went through our last summer episodes, and we were just scratching and clawing for anything.
Yes. Yes.
This summer has just
Well, that
been
was a
nonstop.
transition.
No, I know. It was funny when you didn't think about it, but I was looking back and I was like, oh wow, like if you compared last summer's guests to this summer's, it's
Night and day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's way different.
It's crazy.
Big Cat, you do look funny though. You look like a cop,
Ridiculous. Yeah.
like showing up undercover at an ICP concert.
Yeah, no, I'm a cop at Alpine Valley where there's just all the undercover cops go.
Yeah.
I'm at a Fish concert being like, hey,
you got
who's got the
nitrous.
goo balls?
Yeah.
We should say, by the way, we need an AWL's house for Hard Knocks. So Tuesday night is the premiere of Hard Knocks, Bears Hard Knocks. I'm very excited. AWL, Costa Mesa. Give us Costa Mesa. That's where we'll be in that approximate area. So who are they gonna contact? Huey? I don't know about that. Who are they gonna reach out to?
I think it's gotta be.
It's got to be Huey.
Impress Huey. Our usual criteria is if it's always better if it's a couple,
Yep, we need a male, female,
male, female,
or
If
male,
you-
male, or
male,
female,
male.
female.
or female.
Yeah.
Oh, Hank.
Yeah, get freaky with it. Hank.
Oh, baby. Okay.
How many X
Okay.
chromosomes do we need, Hank?
I said male, male first.
Yeah,
That's
but
true.
yeah. All right.
Yeah, we'd like it to be a couple. Generally less creepy that way, and preferably a dog.
Yeah, dog.
So there it is. Those are our criteria. Or we would make an exception if Rebecca Romaine Stamos, Rebecca Romaine O'Connell,
Yes.
wanted us at her place.
Yes. So, and include a picture of your watch setup because that will take out a few people who just don't follow directions. The email is yeah, go ahead.
pmthardknocks@gmail.com.
Okay, so pmthardknocks@gmail.com. Costa Mesa area. We want to come to your house and watch Hard Knocks on Tuesday night. It's one of our favorite things we do every Grit Week.
It's awesome.
Remember the time we went to a house in Milwaukee and the girl was a big fan and her boyfriend was like, who are these dudes that are invited into our house?
Mm-hmm.
That was wild.
Yeah.
She was like, I'm a huge fan, and the guy was like, didn't want anything to do with it.
Like, all right, I'll be upstairs, baby.
Yeah. It
See
was
you when they
crazy.
leave.
It was crazy.
And for some reason, she asked us to show up just bringing a bunch of pineapples.
Yeah.
It was really strange.
Yeah. So guy, girl, or Hank would like to fuck girl.
That's
No
crazy.
fucking. No
I said
fucking.
No.
guy
No.
first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guy's his first choice.
You did the guy.
Well, I wasn't trying
Rank your choices. Rank your choices. Rank your choices.
You look like you're doing math right now.
What the hell? Just say it.
Are you counting holes?
Go rank your choices.
Guy would be honestly hilarious.
It would be very funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
Girl would also be hilarious.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then girl.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And dog. We want a dog.
What
We'd
about
like a dog.
guy, girl, guy?
No, that's not that never works.
Yeah. Okay. What about? All right. So yeah, Tuesday night we're gonna watch Costa Mesa area. We'll be down there. We'll bring the bus. It's gonna be great. What else do we have? Grit Week we're ready to go.
It's upon us. Chargers training camp was awesome tonight.
Yes.
We'd be remiss if we didn't say how nice the facility was.
Oh.
The building. We interviewed the building today.
Yep.
I think that building is worth 5 wins at least, just on building alone for the
Yep.
Chargers.
Yep. We got our neck strength tested by Coach Ben Herbert.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I got the strongest neck out of the three of us.
Yeah.
No big
Great,
deal.
great
Came
neck.
strong.
Big cat, great neck.
Great neck. I think he thought we were all pussies though.
Yeah, of course, of
Yeah,
course. Well,
big time.
we are.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true as well. All right, let's talk some sports. Should we talk some sports? Should we talk some
Sports.
Olympics?
Let's talk Olympics.
Where do we
100-meter
want to
dash.
start? What?
100-meter dash.
100-meter dash? 100 yard? No, 100 meter.
100 meter.
100 meter. Noah Lyles with painted fingernails. Could it be the year of painted fingernails? Wins by 0.05 of a second. We all watched it, and we still don't really understand. We're like, this looks like the Jamaican guy won. And the
Yeah.
announcer said that as well. Completely ruined the moment by saying, and the Jamaican takes it. But Noah Lyles backed it up because he was talking a lot of shit.
He was talking a lot this week. If that Jamaican guy had been a French pole vaulter, he would have won.
Yeah, so
That's how close it was. It was his head crossed the line. I think it was 0.0005.
Mm-hmm.
It was a period of time that doesn't exist.
Yes.
Ahead of the Jamaican guy. And yeah, I guess Noah Lyles, big like anime guy,
He's
big Yu-Gi-Oh guy.
Yeah,
Dragon Ball Z.
he
Kamehameha.
called his shot too because there was a big deal. He finished second in the first like quarterfinals or whatever it was, and he was like 12th overall. Ran real slow, over 10 seconds, and everyone was just bashing him, being like, "This guy sucks." Now he even said he's like, "Yeah, it's the Olympics. Everyone's gonna give me my best shot. I should probably run a little harder."
Yeah.
And then he went and won the 100 meters, and USA's on top in gold medals, I think, and total medals. We just
We're
dominate.
tied with China for gold.
China.
But we're smoking them and everything else.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a big day for just declaring people to be on Mount Rushmore.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, before Noah Lyles went over, in an interview, he said, "I'm envisioning myself returning home as a gold medalist, and that puts me on Mount Rushmore."
Hell yes. Him and Joe Biden.
A lot of people going on Mount Rushmore these days.
Nancy Pelosi is literally trying to end Mount Rushmore season.
It's tough. We won't let her.
Yeah.
She probably shorted Mount Rushmore's and then
It's
talked
true.
about it. Now she's going to buy.
She's gonna buy. You did mention the French pole vaulter, who, if everyone missed it, he basically got disqualified or whatever. The bar came down because his dick was too big.
Yeah.
Which kind of the best way to lose?
I'd
Because
say-
everyone's like, oh, your dick was too big?
I'd say
Now everyone knows your dick's too big?
it's without a doubt the best way to
Yeah.
lose. And if he's from France, so if he was from another country where they circumcise, he probably would have been fine.
Yeah, that's true. I think it was actually his balls more than anything.
I think it was his hog.
It was whole package.
I
though.
think it was the dick. Yeah,
Djokovic is the GOAT. 1 gold.
it wasn't
No
on
big
TV.
deal.
Couldn't watch it.
No big deal. On clay, beat Nadal, beat the whole country of Spain.
I was
And
there.
you were there
I was there.
for the winning for
No,
Djokovic.
well, you said he beat Nadal.
Oh
I
yeah,
was
when he
there.
beat Nadal.
Sick.
We had also John Rahm with an all-time choke, and Scottie Scheffler is Captain America, so he won gold. It was John Rahm was +5 on the back nine. Scottie Scheffler was -6 on the back nine.
Yeah, he shot a 62 today.
John
John-
Rahm was minus 600 with 8 holes to play.
If John Rahm had shot par on the back nine, he would have won by a stroke, and he ended up losing. He came in
He
fifth.
did medal, yeah.
Yeah, Scottie Scheffler, what a beast!
He also, I think he won $38,000. I think that was the purse for today.
Really?
Yeah, so
And he won,
congrats.
like,
his
a
caddy
gold-
won $3,800
Not
today.
sponsored by Liv.
No.
The Olympics.
No.
He got the gold medal, and they gave him like a cube.
A gold
yeah,
cube.
Yeah,
Baton.
is that everyone that's getting that, or is that just golfer?
That was the very first time I saw someone holding it.
It looked like something that you would a villain would steal in Die Hard and like bury underneath the Statue of Liberty. It was like a piece of gold from like Fort Knox that he got to go home with.
Good for Scotty.
Where was the course today, Hank? Do you know?
I think it was the same place that the Ryder Cup was at.
Oh,
Oh, so it is actually right next to Versailles then, which is the original Louisville.
so
I might have just made that up.
yeah, I think you did,
Okay,
but that's okay. Scottie Scheffler is the man.
he is the man, Captain America.
Le Golf National.
So
It's
now
called, wait, it's called Le Golf.
Le Golf National.
people were trying to make the Olympic gold as the 5th major. I mean,
Well, they were
it's that
giving
one in Connecticut, right?
they were giving
The
Djokovic,
Farmers?
Travelers.
Travelers.
Oh, the Road to Dubai.
Yeah, that's true.
but Djokovic did like career Grand Slam.
Yeah,
So if it's the 5th major for tennis, I feel
but
like it
what
kind
about?
of is
But
for
they
golf.
don't have the Travelers in tennis.
True.
But they
So-
probably do.
Or-
Yeah, they might.
Or the players.
They might. They might. Also, Team USA lost to Mickey Mouse in the mixed. I didn't even know they did mixed relays.
Mhm.
Pretty cool. But we lost to the Netherlands and Mickey Mouse. I don't know if you guys have heard this woman's voice. Nothing will prepare you for it, but here it is.
Mind to it. You know exactly what to do indoors. How was that for you? Oh, it was amazing.
That's her real voice.
It sounds like one of us doing a girl's voice.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
She also looks exactly like Pete Holmes' wife in Crashing.
Yes,
Lauren Lapkus.
I saw her. She does a lot.
Yeah.
It's weird to hear, even weirder to look at. We should not be losing
To
I
Netherlands.
feel like for as long as I've been an adult person watching the Olympics, we always dominate the 4x100, except for Jamaica that one time.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's our thing that we should dominate at.
Right.
It's sad to see.
Yeah.
The U.S. women's soccer team won. That was
Gold?
a great game. No, they beat Japan. Trinity Rodman scoring goals all over Japan.
Where are we in the tournament?
I think semifinals now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Our basketball team's gonna win gold. Our draw is insane.
Yeah, pretty good.
Playing like everyone good is on the other side of the bracket, so that's a wrap.
And Embiid dominated.
Yeah, he did.
He had a good game.
Yeah, he did.
I told you.
He had a
He
good
scored
game.
easy
You guys-
buckets off
It's a
easy
matchup.
assists.
You didn't
Yeah.
tell us because you released a video that you were addressing all these things that we just didn't say.
Well, you were going to.
No, we weren't.
I went back. I went
You
back
got
and listened.
pre-mad.
You guys just wanted me to get mad first, but you were gonna make fun of him. But I thought you were gonna make fun of him and then kick it to me.
I think if we're doing though, like let's look at the.
I was mad.
Let's look at the team as a whole. I would say that Embiid is having a much better Olympics than Tatum.
I didn't say that.
They both have one did not play.
Mm-hmm.
Max, do you want to
The
address?
country, like, where's your patriotism?
Yeah, well, you're saying that because you know I'm right.
No, I'm saying it.
No,
'cause
if
all that
you
matters
thought I
is
was wrong,
gold.
you would be fighting.
No, all that matters isn't gold because
Yeah.
we already won gold. Like we're playing for basically who can be the best on Team USA.
Mhm.
That's
it
a fact.
was the Ryder Cup course. in
It was
2018.
Okay, nice. 2018. Okay. Max, would you like to address the fact that the Phillies suck?
They won today.
Okay, and they lost 6. I actually was
You're
thinking.
only as good as your last game.
I was thinking about it. Is there a chance that you, like, cursed. You took a week off. You were off on vacation, and the Phillies didn't win a game for the entire time you were off.
That was crazy.
So I know that sometimes you think that like this show is a curse to you because you just keep finishing second. What if, in a weird twist of fate, if you ever left PMT, you actually would lose everything?
I thought about that.
Like be a loser like us.
And also, Embiid didn't play.
Yeah.
There was a lot of bad things that were happening to Philly sports while I was gone. And there were a couple moments where I was just like sitting, thinking, and getting angry, and I was like, I can't be angry right now. Like I can't let this bother me.
You can't be angry while you're holding a baguette.
Yeah.
Oh, so many baguettes.
So many baguettes. So much cheese.
So much cheese.
You forgot one important team. Your Philadelphia Water Dogs have been eliminated from the playoffs. They fucking suck.
I think it's fire everybody.
They suck, dude.
It was
they were
bad.
down 11-0 on Saturday. They suck. It starts with us.
They're turning me into Dan Snyder.
Yeah, but it
I've
actually
become
does,
who I hate.
It does start with Max because they are the Philadelphia Water Dogs. We never were this bad when we were just the Water Dogs.
Well, before we got Max, we won a championship. Then we got Max. They came in second. But yeah, Max, you might be like on this show, the series of heartbreak that you've had for Philadelphia sports, you might be completely like maxing out Philly's ability.
Right.
This is like as good as it gets.
Right.
So Philadelphia should be thanking me?
Well, you're not winning anything still, but
they
you
maybe.
can just never leave us.
Okay.
Is what we're basically saying.
Also, I'd like to apologize to you guys if I could. When we went into
For
this,
not texting me after my big horrific fall and seeing if I was okay.
would fall.
Would fall. When I
Did
fell
you fall?
on my ass.
Did you fall?
Yeah, I felt really bad. Felt really bad.
Are you okay?
Thank you for asking.
Are you all right?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you break anything?
I almost broke my wrist and my tailbone.
You basically have a broken hand,
pretty much.
like LeBron.
But yes.
No,
Way
but
more
I'd like to
injuries.
apologize because going into baseball season, we were trying to figure out which team to bet against every single day.
Oh, this is my who's back.
okay.
Yeah,
All
this is
right.
my who's back.
All right.
This
Yep.
is my who's back. We got to. We'll talk
Every
about it.
day.
I have some stats.
Every day I think about it.
Well,
every
yeah,
single
because
day.
that team was actually mentioned. But yes,
Yeah.
my who's back. Do you guys want to get mad about a list?
Yeah.
Okay. Tyreek Hill was named #1 NFL player.
And Patrick Mahomes is number 4.
Yes.
I'm
Insane.
and Tyreek Hill won't even race speed.
That's true.
He's a coward.
Yeah, he is. I don't understand this list. I mean, I get it because they're trying to make people mad, but no, because
Who
this
voted
is,
on it?
I
Was
think
it
the
players?
players voted on it. So this is just hater.
I think it's because there's a lot of teams that despise Patrick Mahomes because he beats them.
You can't have a
Who's
top
2
one.
and 3?
Lamar and Christian McCaffrey. I think it's Christian McCaffrey then Lamar. You can't have a top 100 list of NFL players and not have Patrick Mahomes #1
Correct.
right now.
Mahomes should be number 1. Tyreek should be anywhere between 2 and 4.
Fine, but Mahomes is #1.
But the gap between 1 and 2 is significant.
Right, it makes no sense.
Yeah, it's just people that have lost to Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, and it also opens up, like if I were a Dolphins fan, I actually wouldn't want to have Tyreek Hill be the #1 player because it just opens up Chiefs fans to be like, all we care about is rings.
Yeah.
And then they could just do that to everyone.
Well, hypothetically, what would happen if the Chiefs ever played against the Dolphins in the playoffs?
What would the weather be?
Pretty cold.
It wouldn't go well for the Dolphins.
Okay.
It would not go
It would
well
be
for the
it would be
Dolphins.
helmet breaking cold.
Yes, it would not go well for the Dolphins. All right, what else in the sports world? Hall of Fame inductions were this weekend. Devin Hester. That was pretty cool.
He said, "I'm hopefully the first of many to get in."
Yeah, and he said I'm the best of all time, and he is.
He is the best. Yeah.
That's not even a question. Steve McMichael, obviously battling ALS. Very sad, but great that he got the recognition.
Yeah.
Julius Peppers. Who else? Patrick Willis.
Isn't it like basically going to be impossible for another kick returner to get in?
I think
with
he
the
was
new
talking about
kickoff,
like Josh Cribbs and
Brian Mitchell,
yeah, maybe Dante Hall.
Dante Hall, Human Joyce. I feel like he was the career was too short for Dante.
Yeah, he
Hall.
was. But yeah, it was very fitting that Devin Hester went in on the weekend that like started the new era of kicks. Although the new kick is supposed to allow for more returns. That's
I think we've been thinking too much, myself included, about how teams are going to take advantage of it on the return. I think it's going to be a bigger advantage for the kicking team to do it than the returning team. I feel like a smart special teams coach is going to be able to pin them with like a fucked up kick
yeah.
every kickoff. And
Yeah, really high kick. Wait, you can fair catch though.
I'm not sure. You probably can. Yeah, you can
Should
fair
learn
catch
these rules.
basically anything.
This is the second show in a row where we don't know these
No,
rules.
that makes sense. You can fair catch anything, but
There hasn't been more games.
Yeah, true.
Mhm.
We haven't seen it enough.
Yeah, my prediction for this NFL season, I think people are gonna really hate the kickoff because we hate new things until like we just get used to it, and then we're like, oh, it's fine. It's basically the same. We're getting
Yeah.
the same amount of returns.
Yeah, exactly. It does technically, if you go to the NFL website, it says promotes more returns.
Okay.
Yeah, well, that's
So we'll believe them on
Pure
their,
propaganda.
on their
Yeah.
word.
No, I
Well, you're
think
saying they'd lie?
yes.
I think eventually it'll be better. I think overall it's gonna be better, but because it's
Safer
new,
game.
because it's new, people are gonna hate it.
Correct. We hate everything new.
Yeah.
That's a fact. Okay, any other sports stories?
I've got one thing I want to get ahead of.
Yeah.
I alluded this to Hank earlier. Over the course of the weekend, we were in Nashville. Pup Punk played at the Barstool Nashville bar, and it was a great time. Had a blast. Before the show, I was getting my guitar tuned up. I was setting up the amp, all that stuff, and a lady came up to me on the side of the stage. She was probably, I'm going to guess, 45, maybe 50 years old. She was very obviously there on a bachelorette party, which is the number one reason people go to Nashville. She
And
ca-
the beer games.
and the beer games, of course. And she came up to me and she was saying something. I walked over to her. I was like, "What's that?" And she was like motioning over. She's like, "I'm on a bachelorette party. It's a scavenger." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." Got finished setting some stuff up, and she was still there. Like, "Come here, come here." So I walked over to her, and she was like, "Put your number in my phone." And I said, "I can't do that." I was like, I'm not going to give you my number." And then she was like, "I just need it for a scavenger hunt. Please just give me your number." I was like, "I don't know. I can't check this off. Like, you're going to have to find somebody else to ask." Then she's like, "Just put in any number. I don't care." So I can just check it off and say that I did. So I reached over and just hit in 10 random numbers. There were people that had cameras out at the time.
You should have put
And
in
it might
911.
and it might look like I gave a 50-year-old woman my number. Want to just get ahead of this. That's not what happened. So in case that video comes out, I'm ahead of it.
That's good.
That's what we
smart.
call getting ahead of a story.
That's smart.
Yeah.
See, this is the Nashville Barstool Bar.
Yes.
Any other videos you want to get ahead of
What?
at the Nashville Barstool Bar? All right. No, I
Huey?
think we're
Have you
good.
been?
Huey, anything? No. Okay.
Great.
We're good.
Yeah.
You should have put in 911.
I should have put it
And then just hit dial.
Yeah.
Was she hot?
I think
Why'd you give her my number?
Yeah.
your number? Well, Hank, I thought you'd be busy. There was another crazy plane lady that went viral this weekend. I
Yeah,
thought
that's
maybe
true.
you'd be reaching out to her. You see the naked plane lady?
Yeah.
Totally nude.
Totly nude. Wait, was this woman hot?
I think maybe back in her day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cannons?
I don't know. Respectfully, I did not
Respectfully?
look. Yeah.
Respectfully.
Respectfully.
Nancy Pelosi should have just done a press conference being like, my cannons are on the Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Been like, okay.
Yeah,
Crazy.
just put him like underneath Abraham Lincoln. Just have the
Crazy.
boobs under there.
Yeah. Put these cannons on. Okay, let's do Who's Back the Week, then Coach Jim Harbaugh. Who's Back the Week's brought to you by our friends at Mountain Dew. I've been drinking it right now because you know what we all need to get more of? Off our ass. With bold flavors and a refreshing citrus kick, Mountain Dew will get you off your ass and have you feeling like you're on an actual mountain. So a mountain where the weather is always perfect, your friends are ready to hang, and a day of epic proportion awaits. I love the regular old school Mountain Dew. Great can.
Yeah.
We got Baja Blast here as well. So the mountain is calling. You should answer. Grab your friends. Grab an ice cold Mountain Dew wherever refreshing beverages are sold, and do the Dew. I love Mountain Dew so much.
I'm drinking the Zero right now. I think this is the best zero sugar.
Yeah. Mountain Dew is just one of my favorite. How can you not love Mountain Dew?
It's elite.
Yeah. Also, great logo, great colors. Like, look at this can. This can, it works perfectly with my football jersey.
Yeah, it does.
So get off your ass and let's drink some Mountain Dew. Hank, your Who's Back of the Week?
My Who's Back of the Week is the Chicago. No, I'm just kidding.
You don't have one?
Oh no.
You don't have
He was
one?
planning his vacation earlier.
He was planning his vacation.
No, my Who's Back of the
Vacation's
Week is
back.
disgrace.
Oh.
Okay.
Our 3-on-3 basketball team got eliminated. Didn't
He
even medal.
sucked.
Disgraceful.
So bad.
Jimmer was hurt, right? I'm going to blame this on Jimmer
I
being
think he
hurt.
played.
No, Jimmer's hurt.
He did not play against Lithuania. I don't know if he played the last game. We were 0-2, then he didn't play, then we lost again. I think we won one game. I don't even know. How the fuck is this possible? Also, why don't we just send our... Why isn't Jaylen Brown in 3-on-3?
I think it's like a different type of training. I don't know. It's disgraceful.
No, it's
Peyton
basketball.
Pritchard, yeah, like Peyton Pritchard.
Like, just send our next 3 guys.
Wait, once we're over there and we got guys like Jason Tatum and Joel Embiid that can't get minutes, why don't we just put them over on the
That's
3-on-3?
what I'm saying.
Joel Embiid, it's a fast-paced game. He
That's
would be able
true.
to play.
Yeah,
He's
good
too
point.
fat to go
Yeah.
all the way to the 3-point line and back. It's insane that we lost this early. We didn't even make it to the knockout stage.
No. Disgrace.
Absolute disgrace. Why isn't Golke on the team?
Good
Goldie,
question.
there's a lot of people. I think they're gonna have to do some, bring Coach K in and save our country again.
Yeah,
Yeah, or
probably.
we should take our best basketball playing football players.
The women's
Send 'em over
3-on-3 team does have WNBA players.
So why the fuck don't we have NBA players in our 3-on-3? This is
Yeah, that's not
crazy.
good.
All right, what's going on? Hey, Max?
No, I just thought it was funny. Huey loves talking about the WNBA.
Oh, yeah,
he loves
no matter what.
He loves it.
If who's back's coming up, Huey's talking about
He's got a
the
WNBA fact for us. All right, PFT, who's your who's back?
My who's back of the week is John Gruden. John Gruden was at Chiefs practice today.
Oh,
He's also a beast on Cameo.
Is he?
Really?
What's he
I
doing?
think #1 on Cameo.
Let's
You gotta
get a
get some
cameo.
John Gruden
How much
cameos.
is he?
Gotta be expensive.
we should actually try to do a full interview with him on Cameo.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, that would rule. Yes.
Yeah, let's get John Gruden.
Let's just do a full interview and we'll run it. Yeah, full. All right, okay, we're gonna do that. Let's write like 15 questions.
Can we just be like, hey,
$130. So this is gonna be the
Okay.
most expensive interview we've ever done.
let's one of the questions should just be, or we write his answers for him, right? So one of his answers should just be the text of one of the emails.
Good
that he
question.
Yeah,
Thanks.
good question. Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, we're gonna do that.
But yeah, he was at Chiefs practice today. He was wearing a Chiefs uniform and he was advising Chiefs coaches.
Whoa.
So I think John Gruden might be secretly on the Chiefs coaching staff now.
Dipping his toe.
I think he's dipping. He's dipping more than that.
Wow.
He's like mid shaft right now with the Chiefs, and he used to work with Andy in Green Bay, right?
I believe so.
So I feel like Andy Reid would be the guy. If there's any coach right now in the NFL that does not give a fuck what the league office thinks about them, it's probably Andy Reid.
Yeah,
He's too successful,
yeah.
touchable.
John Gruden would be fun to have back. I thought you were gonna maybe do your who's back, RFK Jr. Can you explain the bear thing?
Oh, the bear thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
'Cause this doesn't
I mean,
make any sense.
It's kind of a fun story, and he got out ahead of it, just like I got ahead of the old woman story. But so from what I understand is RFK Jr. He back in the day, he was driving behind his friend. They were going on a hunting trip.
Okay.
The car in front of him ran over a bear cub, like a young bear, and then RFK Jr. pulled over, picked the bear up, put it in the back of his van.
It's not very Kennedy-like of him.
He
He actually-
going back to
yeah,
help
right,
something
yeah,
that might
helping
have been
the
hit.
thing,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
okay.
So it's stepping out a little bit on that. So he put the bear in the back of his van because he was going to skin it and then take the meat later.
Naturally.
Because he had a bear license,
Right.
as one does.
Okay.
So he then proceeds to go back to New York. He forgets he's got a steak dinner at Peter Luger's. So he's like, okay, I'll just duck in for the steak real quick. I'll leave the dead bear in the back of my van. No big deal. Go inside, eat the steak dinner. Then the dinner ran a little bit long.
Okay.
So he goes back and he's like, oh, crap, I got to get to the airport. I don't know what I'm going to do with this dead bear cub that I've got in the back of my van. So then he drives with his buddies that he was just drinking with, or they were drinking. He drives with them.
Now it's getting more Kennedy-like.
Yeah. So they get in the car and they have a great suggestion that he says he played along with, which was to take the bear to Central Park and stage it and make it look like a bicycle ran into it and killed the bear cub.
Okay.
It's a pretty common prank.
And many bear cubs in Central Park.
A lot of them, yeah. So this is going to be a funny thing they were doing with the boys. This actually is like a guys being dudes moment.
Yeah.
Like somebody has a bad idea, all your friends are hammered, and then you think that it's a good idea for some
Right.
reason. So then he drives the dead bear cub to Central Park, stages it to make it look like it got run over by a bicycle, which I guess would kill a bear. But at the time, there were a bunch of like bike-related fatalities in New York City.
Okay.
So they were doing that as a joke about like all the bicyclists hitting people. They're like, even they're hitting bears now.
Oh, it was a
prank.
comment on society.
It was satire.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So they put the bear there, and then the next day on the news they wake up and they turn it on, and it's like national news that a bear cub got run over by a bike, and it's a crime scene. And for the last, I don't know what's the date on this. Can somebody look that up? Like when it happened? But ever since then, it's been like a big mystery. How did this bear cub die in Central Park? Turns out that RFK Jr. put it there.
And how did we find this story out today?
So we found out today because RFK Jr. was doing a podcast with Roseanne Barr.
Okay.
And so he found out that the New Yorker was going to write a story about it.
Okay.
So he was getting ahead of the story by telling Roseanne the whimsical story about how he hid the bear carcass in Central Park.
Oh my God.
10 years ago.
10 years ago. Yeah. So like for the last 10 years, New Yorkers have been wondering
what happened.
With this bear. Turns out RFK Jr.
But what if we find out that RFK Jr. had a hand in Flacco the Owl?
It's a possibility.
That could be a possibility.
Yeah, let's not put anything past him at this point.
Close that case yet.
So get ahead of
What
that
an
one.
insane headline.
Yeah, pretty wild.
Okay. I think I don't care at all,
Yeah.
but it's still a cool story.
Yeah.
To like here.
Like I actually appreciate what RFK Jr. is doing in this political season where like everything has been very intense and he's just like coming out with stories left and right about being a weirdo.
Yeah, I mean there was the famous when a reporter asked if there was any more sexual allegation things coming out about him, and he just said, "We'll see."
Yeah.
Which is a hell of an answer.
He's been on a heater too, like the brainworms thing.
Wait, do we think we don't think he killed the bear?
He claims that he didn't.
Because that part feels...
He says that there was a car in front of him that...
It sounds like Billy Football, the way he's like, yeah, this dude killed a bear and I got it.
They both kind of believe a lot of the same things politically. Yeah, but like this, if you hit a bear and you kill it, and I'm assuming you're going to notice that it's going to hit your car and probably cause some damage.
Right.
Do you just keep going or do you pull over and you're like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay?
That's why that part doesn't really, and I don't think you see a bear get hit and then pull over immediately being like, ooh, I want this bear.
I want this bear meat and I want to skin it.
It's a bear cub?
I want to skin this bear cub, yeah.
That doesn't feel like a lot of meat.
That's also a valid point. And would you want like a bear cub skin in your house? Like if you're going to, there's nothing cooler than having like the bear that's standing up looking like it's going to kill you.
A little baby bear.
But like a tiny little bear is kind of a fucked up thing.
Yeah.
That might be a bigger red flag than putting in the back of your van. Then you put it in the back of your van like it's a hostage for 15 hours and you're like, oh, I can't leave it in my van because it'll smell. Okay, Let's drive from Brooklyn to Central Park to drop it off.
This story doesn't really make sense anymore.
It makes all the sense in the world to me.
Yeah. Okay. My who's back. I got two of them. First is, we were alluding to it, the Chicago White Sox, who are on a 20-game losing streak. Now, PFT, you mentioned it, but we did have the debate before the season, should we bet against the A's or the White Sox?
Yeah, it came down to those two teams.
And we chose incorrectly because we are betting against the A's every day, and I think we're down 8 units, which isn't disastrous, but the White Sox have lost 20 games in a row. They have also have a streak of 14 losses in a row. They're 60 games under 500.
Mm-hmm.
If you just erased their 14-game losing streak and their 20-game losing streak, they would still have the worst winning percentage in baseball this year. And
we'd be rich.
Yeah, and we'd be rich. If you took their 20-game losing streak and 14-game losing streak and magically made them a 20-game winning streak and a 14-game winning streak, they would only go up 1 spot in the AL Central.
It's bad.
That's how bad they are. They are so bad. Here's another one. The last White Sox win was closer in time to the Celtics winning the NBA Finals than to right now.
That's bad. That's really bad. I feel bad for White Sox. Part of the reason
Reinsdorf.
Part of the reason why we didn't bet against the White Sox every day, or at least me, why I didn't really want to do that was because new in Chicago, I'm trying to enjoy the city. A great way to make enemies here is by hating all their sports teams.
But it turns out we should have done it because White Sox fans hate the White Sox more than anyone at this point.
I know.
Because Jerry Reinsdorf has completely made like this. It's a joke. Here's another one. This is from Jay Kuda. Only 2 managers in baseball history have at least 200 games managed for the same team and a winning percentage under .333, which is insane winning percentage.
Mm-hmm.
Pedro Grifol and a guy named Dr. James Prothro, who was a licensed dentist who managed the Phillies during World War II.
Love that.
That guy had to manage the team because everyone was fighting the Nazis.
Yeah.
And then it's Pedro Grifol.
Stepped
That's
up.
insane.
I'm not the step coach. I'm the coach that stepped up. Yeah, it's one of my great regrets in life.
Yeah.
Not fading the White Sox every single day this year. What would you, if you at the start of this losing streak, if you had bet $100 on them, and then you let it ride, what would that total be?
Oh, someone's gonna have that. Stat.
We're not math
That's gonna
guys.
Make us really bummed out.
Yeah.
21, I think, is the record.
Yeah. So, what are they at? 19 now?
No, they're 20.
They're at 20 now.
Yeah, they're 20.
Every time I see this happen, I just think of how much more money I would have.
They're so bad. It's like getting to a point too where they're basically circling the rotations. Where I think they played the Twins. I think they just finished playing the Twins, or maybe they were playing. Yeah, they were playing the Twins this weekend, or maybe it was during the week. But there was a game August 3rd where the last time they won a game was against Bailey Ober on the Twins, and then they were facing Bailey Ober again, like 3 weeks later.
And 60 games out is so many games.
So many games out.
It's ridiculous.
It's 27 wins. 27 wins, and we're in August. It's insane. And then my other who's back is, I don't know if you guys saw this. I'm setting myself up for some insults, but there was a account called Brooksgate that did a thread of all of the most retweeted and liked retweeted and liked tweets of all time by NFL teams. Did you guys see this? So there was some good ones in there. The Bears one was welcome to the Chicago Bears, Justin Fields.
Mm-hmm.
That hurt a little. The Bills and the Bengals it was all about DeMar, sending thoughts to DeMar. Cowboys one was Jerry Jones taking a knee, which we forgot that he did that.
Oh no, it's so great.
Yeah. And then the one that really hurt me, Hank, you'll get a laugh out of this. The Packers one is actually, I think, the oldest one on this. And it just says it's 42-0 Packers with 14 seconds left in quarter 2. That was the game we watched together where Aaron Rodgers.
That was before they juiced Twitter numbers.
Yeah, that's from 2014. I don't know what the Commanders won. Oh, the Commanders was when you guys broke the Steelers' undefeated season.
That's right. Yeah, that was
a pretty
the worst
good one.
11-0 team of all time. Those Steelers.
Yeah.
What about the Chargers' PF Changs?
Ooh, I don't think the Chargers' PF Changs was on there.
Patriots has got to be a 28-3 one.
The Patriots was something about Tom Brady. Oh, the Eagles one was a big-time cuck one. Said, time's yours, Andy, after he won the Super Bowl in 2020.
Oh, no.
That's brutal. The number one liked, favorited tweet by the Eagles is celebrating someone else's Super Bowl.
We respect Andy.
Okay.
I love Andy. I'm
Yeah,
happy
you
that he
can't-
won the Super Bowl.
You can't
It's all right.
that.
No respect.
Yours, Patriots, was congratulations to the greatest of all time. That's another one. That was after the Bucks won the Super Bowl. Wow. Brutal.
Mm-hmm.
Brutal.
Yep.
I
That's
just pieced that together.
big time cuck energy over there. I thought the Patriots one would be when they accidentally tweeted out a
At least
racial
Tom
slur.
got us 6 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
I was just backing you up. I was like, they don't know anything about respect.
The
We're
saddest one.
No,
respectful
that-
organizations, and you're just trying to be an asshole.
That's big time ACC congratulating Katie Ledecky,
Yeah.
Stanford University.
Yeah.
Oh.
The saddest one, besides obviously the one I mentioned about the Packers just shitting on the Bears, was the Dolphins. Can you guess what the Dolphins one was? It has to do with their new quarterback or their new contract for their quarterback.
Hawk Tua.
No, it says Tua has been taken to a local hospital for further evaluation. He is conscious and has movement in all his extremities.
Okay, so that was probably also a big prayers up.
Yeah,
Like,
but that was
thank
the
God.
most liked
Yeah.
retweeted was when I think it was after he got. I think it was the Bengals game when he got really concussed.
What did the Panthers be?
Oh, the Panthers. Let's see. It's fun. It's a fun little trip down memory lane. Oh yeah, the Jaguars.
Happy Jeans Friday, everyone.
Jaguars had a good one about just like shitting on the Steelers. I'm looking for the Panthers. Someone give me a line. Oh, Panthers. It was Luke Kuechly retiring.
Okay, thank
There
you.
was a lot of that.
Yeah.
a lot of that. And then obviously DeMar had a lot. Okay, Huey, your who's back?
Yeah, my who's back is Ohio State fans back on their bullshit. After all the allegations coming out today of Coach Moore.
Findings?
Findings?
No, it's allegations.
What were the findings?
He deleted a couple text messages in regard to Connor Stallions and his possible knowledge on the
52
situation.
text messages.
52. That's not as much as 200.
Mhm.
And so You know, he's just doing his job, his due diligence. I don't think anything. And I know this is It's not gonna be a big deal past today.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's gonna talk about this in a week from now.
Yeah.
So
Blip on the radar, yeah.
Yeah.
thank God nobody's talking about it today.
They also confirmed that Connor Stallions was on a Central Michigan sideline.
That's good for them. That program, the MAC, needs a lot of help.
Yep.
That program's going to be a powerhouse with
Yeah.
this kid.
It might have been just like Michigan sharing one of their assistants
Yeah.
with CMU.
Yeah.
Nothing inappropriate going on.
We
The drive up the road.
we interviewed Harbaugh like a couple hours after this. We weren't going to ask him about this. I don't know. I'm sure there'll be people like, why didn't you ask him? We have a relationship with Coach Harbaugh. I really didn't feel like being like, hey,
Putting on our big J hats.
what's going on with Sharon Moore?
Yeah. Listen, we're here to talk about his team right now.
Yeah, right.
And also suck his dick a little bit about Michigan.
Also, it was an awesome interview. So I am still, as crazy as the Connor Stallions story is, I still think that everyone was doing something similar, and they were just mad that Michigan, like this all comes from Ohio State being jealous that Michigan was beating them.
Yeah.
And Ryan Day, like having that firm that wasn't his brother created a firm?
Something about his brother and worked up in New England somewhere.
Yeah.
It's the best college football story of all time.
It is. And
And-
Connor Stallions is just a hilarious character.
Yes, he's an American hero. He's like the American dream. Hank, what are your thoughts on this? As a veteran of someone who's been accused of spying on teams, and as a veteran of a fan of a team who's deleted a lot of text messages.
Yeah, I think you got to get every advantage you can. I think if you're not going to do it, another team's going to. And to Big Cat's point, the only reason they got caught is just because people were mad they were doing it so well.
They were winning.
I mean, there's a chance if Ohio State beat Michigan the last 2 years, we don't even know Connor Stallion's name.
That's true.
Good point.
Good point, Huey.
Thank
You acquitted yourself quite well. Okay, should we get to our interview?
Let's do it. Yeah, before we get to our interview with Coach Harbaugh, he's brought to you by Coors Light, the best beer in the world. Grit Week is presented by Coors Light. College football is never short on intrigue, especially when they're iconic rivals. But you can add to the excitement on Saturdays because Coors Light teamed up with DraftKings for College Football Pick'em, where you pick winners each week for a chance to win cash. When the rivalries heat up, it's time to choose chill and then reach for an ice-cold Coors Light. When you're looking to keep it chill, there's one beer to choose. Coors Light. The mountains on the bottles and cans, they turn blue when your beer is cold. Coors Light is mountain cold refreshment. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged. I keep it chill with Coors Light when I'm watching Monday Night Football. That's my go-to. And I have a rule. I'll drink like 2 beers during the game, sometimes 3, but then overtime, you have to have overtime beers. Overtime beers will chill you out, especially if you have a rooting interest in it. When the college football rivalries that you're watching heat up, choose chill with Coors Light and DraftKings. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door with Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/take. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. And now, here's Coach Harbaugh.
Okay, we now welcome on a very, very, very special guest, recurring guest. It is our Grit Week, Start a Grit Week, presented by Coors Light. It is Coach Jim Harbaugh, national champion, back in the NFL. Coach, you know how Grit Week works, so you've given us this answer before, but it's been a while. How would you define grit?
I would define it as that gravel in the gut, and even that you personally have that overcomes that situation when you doubt yourself, those pressure moments, and the guys that have it, athletes who have it, men or women, whoever has it, I mean, then they are able to give their best when their best is needed most.
Yeah, I like that.
Overcoming a little adversity from time to time, yeah. Do you enjoy a little bit of adversity just so you can get a nice little W, a nice win over like maybe your inner demons or whatever the case may be?
Well, I mean, there's like the level of the W would be, I mean, you just love a W no matter what. I mean, you win, but there's like even better levels. Like if you have to overcome something, that makes that even better, right? For example, that come from behind win is even, nothing makes you feel better than that.
Yeah.
Or that win where you did it in an opposing stadium, and you feel like your team walked in there and the fans were against you, and it was just you overcame that. some tough environments, that there's just no better feeling than coming out of with a win in a place like that.
Yeah.
And then if you can throw the elements in, there's some like, real cold or real hot, or some
Snow.
rain coming down sideways, and you feel like you overcame the elements as well. To overcome an opponent, overcome them in their stadium, and to overcome them in their stadium with the elements, then I would say, yeah, there's nothing that would make you feel more like a man than that.
Yeah.
Beat the weather. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
All
it.
three, beat them all.
It's great to see you back in the NFL. I wanted to ask you, though, like, how hard was that decision to come back to the NFL? Leaving Michigan, you went there, you proved everything you set out to prove. Took a while, but you did it. Beat Ohio State 3 years in a row, national title. But was it tough? Because that is, I assume, your dream job. But to then be like, I got to leave this and come back to the NFL, was that a tough decision?
Yeah, it was. I mean, I loved these guys. This was, all the players there, all the guys that were recruited, the coaches, just everybody. I mean, it's like, love you guys. And there's another thing where, okay, here's a challenge. Here's somebody that likes what you do and how you do it, and presenting you with this challenge, and whether it's a blessing or a curse, I mean, that's kind of always what's been in me, is like, yeah, let me see if I'm up to that.
Yeah.
And so that was the overarching.
Yeah.
Like,
I would say
there's only so many sands left in the hourglass, So I want a shot at that. I want to see if we can see if we can stand up to that. And so yeah, it's been hard. Man, this is my two great loves that I have in my life, is my family at home, and my family at work, and there was that Michigan family. And also, my dad lived right next door to me, in Ann Arbor. And maybe the toughest thing of all, has been that, they haven't moved out here,
right?
And hopefully they will. Mom and Dad, I hope you please, I need you living next door to us here in Los Angeles. But I got to say, this family I have here at work, I love these guys. And that's players, that's the coaching staff we put together. I mean, just a tremendous all-star staff. I know it. I know that. And the entire organization, I mean, equipment room, the ownership, the trainer, the doctors, the grounds crew. I mean, everybody here, John Wiedmeyer, Christina, Marco, on and on and on. And I finally put my finger on it, which is, why do I love these? Why do I love these? Everybody here so much, so fast.
Yeah.
And it's, if I had to say one thing, it's just that everybody here treats their job like it's the most important job in the entire organization. And, they are just, double check it, triple check it. They want to be so good that, I just love that everybody, players and all, are doing anything and everything in their power to try to make this team win and be successful.
Yeah,
I love that. Love these guys.
And now one thing you didn't mention, which I would assume it was part of it, is your brother has a Super Bowl. Did that get in your head a little? Like, I got to go get a Super Bowl.
I think people, would automatically think that. I think it's been said, and that's part of it. Yeah. But
we know you. We know you well.
Yeah.
It's got to be a little part.
That.
Yeah.
I'm not denying that. Yeah. I mean, I got to say that, and maybe, but I know everybody says you got to do one thing first. You got to make the first birdie before you can, do anything else. But it's so good here. This entire organization, the Spanos family, Joe Ortiz. My brother said I would love Joe. That's what he said. Oh, you're gonna love Joe. You're gonna love working with Joe. He undersold it. He's one of the best evaluators in the game. I don't think there's anybody better. After going through this offseason and draft with Joe Ortiz, and he is who he is every day, and he pulls the best out of people. It's just been spectacular. Those draft meetings we had. I mean, there could be like a TED talk of just the leadership style that he has. He's a normal guy. He's a football guy.
Yeah,
he's a grit weak guy. So my brother, he did say I love him. Maybe there's to me, it's like he still undersold it. I mean, how much I'm gonna love Joe Ortiz. So that's been amazing. Just everything's amazing. If it goes good, it's gotta be because there's everything is in place and the players that we have, and we can start talking about those guys too.
Yeah.
But and if it goes bad, it'd be because I'm a bad manager.
Yeah.
But we're chipping away at it and getting after it every day.
Listen, I was very publicly wanting you to coach the Bears. I was reading it back. I made you a hype video trying to be like, hey, maybe I can get some kind of old flame going in Coach Harbaugh's heart where he's like, I got to go back to Chicago. Your response was the nicest, like, I don't care about this video ever. Could I read it to you? It was the nicest ever. You wrote back, I sent you the video of you, old highlights of you in a Bears uniform, all this stuff. And you said, thanks, cool. All glory to God. Sure do value our football and family relationships and good times. Cherish them. Thanks for caring and supporting. There are enough doubters and haters in the world. Much respect and gratitude for you and yours. That was the nicest I don't care about this video ever.
That's not at all. That's not at all. No, I appreciate you both. I mean, Big Cat, PFT commentator. I mean, there's so many young people, and I don't know everything you do and say, but what I do know is like people. There's like a whole young generation of people that like, oh, you're a football guy. You're a football guy. We know you, and I go and I asked a couple of like, do you know me? I mean, what do you? Well, we watch Big Cat and PFT commentators. So I appreciate.
You are an ultimate football guy.
All the wonderful things you said about our family.
Yeah.
So I meant every word of that, and I know my brother John feels the same way. And, and my dad Jack Harbaugh, who's doing great. I mean,
move to LA, Jack.
Yeah, come on.
Are you sending him like links to houses? Or are you looking at real estate and you're like, hey, look at this basement. This one's got a pool.
Yeah, it's a great question. I mean, it's just
great question.
With the there's strategy. I'm always thinking of the way to do this. Now, when I went from San Francisco to Michigan, one of the last things I said, Dad, what do you think I should do here? What do you think I should do? And he thinks I think you should go back to Michigan and coach Michigan. And I said, okay, well, if I do that, you're gonna come, right? You're gonna come to Ann Arbor, and you're gonna help me coach. And he said, the last thing he said is that he would, and I got him, I got him saying that. And then it took a full 12 months before he actually did, so I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that that it will find a way here in a year, and I'll do anything. I'll just buy a house next to my house. I got
you got this new facility. Just get him a house in the facility. Just get a whole
find
build an apartment.
Find
in
a
here.
role for him here. Yeah, like special advisor. It sounds like it's a really cool relationship that you have with him, and it's awesome.
And my mom, it's my mom too. I mean, my mom's the greatest ever. And between my mom and my dad, just and the relationship they have with our kids. I mean, there's so many times. I mean, living right next door to their grandparents. I mean, my kids would be down there, and my dad would take kids to school. He would go to their games. The conversations. Driving, my son Jack to his baseball games. Me and my dad watching baseball games. Like we were at the Church of Baseball, in the summer time, watching games on Sunday. That that was just priceless. I mean, I just got to the point where I'm taping those those conversations. That's my favorite part, is the ride to the game and the ride back.
Yeah.
You know, and just talking to Jack or to Addie or to Katie or to Johnny. I love those conversations. I really don't even care that much what happens during the game. I mean, the best time for me is the ride to and the ride back. And my dad would be right there. You know, so often it's just the three of us doing that. It's priceless.
Yeah.
It's completely priceless.
Well, unless you catch a foul ball at the game. That's probably better, right?
That's good too.
Are you
That's
still
good,
wearing a
good.
glove?
Absolutely.
You got to wear a glove when you go to MLB.
Yeah, I always wear a glove. I mean, that's like your chances improve dramatically if you have a glove at a baseball game. There's no question about
Success
it.
is when preparation meets opportunity, right?
Yeah. I just got to change. I mean, it's just I've only gotten one foul ball. I've got 22 career foul balls, like legitimately in a game. A foul ball, a home run. But it happened like during the game, not batting practice before. I don't count those. So, and I really I've only gotten one in the last 10 years.
Oh, some people are saying you've fallen off.
Yeah. I've done it to myself, really. I mean, I've gone on a lot of games. Bob Melvin's a really good friend of mine. Played on the same, team. What's the American Legion team when we were in high school? He was a couple years older, but and he was the star player and I wasn't. But anyway, he's been great to me. And I just went to the Angels game. I mean, they were great to me. You know, Padres. I know some people there. They get me the tickets. They get me are too good.
Oh,
they're too good.
Yeah,
they're in a spot where you just. I mean, your percentage of getting a foul ball is. I mean, it would have to have to.
And the nets now,
the nets. It would have to hit off and then bounce back.
So you got to ask for worse tickets.
I got to get worse tickets.
Yeah,
you got to get like
worse
left
tickets.
field. You got to be on the bleacher.
I mean, I'm in a suite, and the only chance I got is if the ball were to come through the suite, you know, just over. Are
you bringing a glove to the suite?
Yeah, I mean, I'm ready. But I mean, I'm not putting myself in position to be in position.
Yeah, we got to get that. We got to get that fixed. 22 and then only one in the last 10 years. That's fallen off.
I know. I gotta get to some better. I gotta get to some better spots.
When you said that you tape your conversation, were you being literal? Do you record your conversations that you have with your family?
Yeah. And I don't even listen to them right afterwards, but I'm just keeping them. I gotta
start doing that.
Yeah, I just want them for maybe just some time down the road. That those rides to the car, listen to them talk about the game or what they were doing or the excitement of that they had.
It's the best.
Yeah, and I always got to get now I got to call my dad, and I got to be taping it and which is I can do because it comes through the car. You know? But that's just priceless. That's just priceless moments. And my mom too. She's they just give this wisdom and stuff that if I don't write it down, I'm going to forget it. But my mom actually has given me the best advice I've ever gotten as a player or a coach, and that is it's one play at a time, one game at a time, one day at a time. And she texts me that before every single game, like the morning of every game. I mean, I need that text.
Yeah,
that's a
reminder.
Just one play at a time, one game at a time, one day at a time.
Yeah.
So a football question here. Obviously, it's new. You guys just got started not too long ago here in LA. But is there anything that's changed? Anything big that's changed in the NFL from the way that you did business back on the Niners compared to now?
Whew, that's a great question. I've been asked it a few times by lots of people. From the time I played or the time I coached at the Niners to now, I would say probably the biggest change is 2013, 14. I didn't think the NFL could get any bigger than it already was. I didn't think it could be any more popular than it already was, or that but it's doubled. It is 2x at least in popularity, and you can see in what the salary cap is, twice as much, and just the popularity of the game of football. I mean, it's awesome, and right around that time too, just the perception of football too, and the fun that everybody has, and the popularity I saw it firsthand. And back then, there was a football had a little bit of had a bit of a crisis back then. With is it too dangerous? Is it too much of a sport that that a mother wouldn't want their son to play? And and then I went into the college ranks in 2015, and I saw just growing from there. And everywhere I went around the country, it's like, well, football is popular. It's never
Still
been
king,
this popular.
yeah.
It's it's like, and it just and a lot of the rule changes have been good. I mean, it's definitely a safer game.
Yeah.
The horse collars out, the blows to the head. I mean, some of these rules of engagement, are so good and so much better. And player safety is the most important thing. But I just see it coming back, and they're doing all the right things. And Commissioner Goodell has done a fabulous job. Brian Rolap, I don't know if you know him. He's another great guy at the NFL. Very high up. I had a chance to coach his son Will at Michigan, and there's just fabulous people that have made this league, and everybody's made it. And the players, there's no question they're bigger, stronger, faster, smarter. No question about that. Us older players, guys who played a long time ago, we still maybe say, are they tougher? Are they tougher? I don't know. I have no, it's all subjective.
Yeah.
Yeah. We probably aren't as tough as these guys are because they're just so much more harder to break, because the way they
Coach
train,
Herbert, yeah.
And Coach Herbert, and others, just their, passion, love, and desire for the game is at an all-time high as well. I'll tell you a quick story. Zion Johnson, who is our starting left guard, he had a root canal at 2 o'clock. I think he got done at like 2:30, and was out to practice, didn't miss a rep. And then we did conditioning at the end. We say, hey, if you're in elite condition, go on this sideline A. If you're in good condition, go on sideline B. If you're in average condition, go on sideline C. And he went to A and, led the group, led the offensive lineman. It's just like, okay, who would have done that?
Yeah.
I mean, most normal human beings probably would have taken a week off.
Month.
Who weren't?
Year.
Most football players, most all football players would at least taken a couple days.
Yeah.
After a root canal.
Yeah.
And just about all would have at least taken that practice off,
Yeah.
an hour or so after. So, I can't even say that we were tougher back then. So what's really changed, and the equipment's changed, and the equipment is much better. But I think, still the same is the work ethic and, the passion to be good and, get really good at what you do. Get good at football. Get good at your craft. So a couple things have changed, but I think more things are the same.
Yeah, you left out one small detail about, the game has grown so much since like 2015, 2016. A little podcast called Part of My Take started in 2016.
Came on the scene.
With the mission to grow the game.
How much did that raise the tide?
Rogers got to cut us a check.
We always say grow the game. That's the big thing for us. So, Goodell.
Well, take a deep, long bow. I believe that. There's no doubt.
We're on the next play. We're on the next play.
You guys are, that's good.
We don't.
But sometimes, hey, you can't say it, but allow me to say it. There's no question about it. There's, like I said, all of a sudden I got, got kind of popular with, people in their, late teens, their 20s, and
Football guy,
No one knew what football was until Part of My Take started.
That's exactly right. Well, I can personally vouch for you because I asked several people and players. My own players were starting to look at me like I was cool, I started calling myself Cool Jim. These guys think,
Cool Jim.
Cool Jim.
Yeah.
I'm Cool Jim now, and I in big part to you two.
We appreciate that.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, I love that. So, what about the new kickoff rule? Are you ready for it? Now, you're
Getting
former
ready.
player. Sam Schwartzstein was the one who came up with this idea with the
Yeah.
XFL.
Damn, my man.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's creative mind.
Sam actually sent me, I asked him, because, you know, we've known Sam for a really long time. And I think he actually helped us the first time we had you on back in Michigan in 2017.
Yeah.
So I asked him if he had any training camp stories. He said that you have 3 rules. I don't know if you still have these 3 rules for training camp. So you can tell me. He said the first rule was no cupcaking, which is talking with your girl on the phone during bed check. Number 2 is never cut the chow line. And number 3 is never bare ass another man's stool.
Those are 3 rules still in existence.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's a rule. We had to make that a rule.
Yeah,
I mean,
never bare ass another man's stool.
No.
He also said that you once told him that you
You know what's amazing about that is that the guys are listening.
Yeah.
You know? that Sam remembers that.
Yeah. Oh,
you
yeah.
know? That's cool.
He told us
because sometimes you talk to him and like, are they even listening?
Yeah.
Are they even getting any of this stuff?
He told us a great story that when you first got to Stanford, you stripped Stanford of all the like traditions and everything because you're like, you guys are losers and I have to figure out what makes you losers, and then we'll build you back up.
I can't.
It sounds like you might have, and you then built them back up. Just trying to find the common denominator of what is wrong with this, so we have to make it better.
Yeah, I mean, just the traditions that weren't helping us win,
right?
Is the ones I remember. You know, how is that helping us to do that? And one of them, I mean, was like if they had like, you know, because I always have this. I mean, there's a no fighting punching, you know, rule. You know, one, it's going to get us a 15-yard penalty to ever punch another man. But like, I mean, let's think about, I mean, the intelligence of punching a guy who's wearing a helmet or, you know, a face mask. I mean, you will do nothing to him other than, you know, break your own hand. Yeah. So yeah, that was a rule. And then, you know, the ingenious Stanford guys, you know, they decided that they were going to, since they couldn't fight, you know, and throw punches on the field, that they would take it into the locker room and they would make a circle and they would make the 2 guys fight in the locker room. So yeah, I got wind of that, and that tradition ceases to exist. Yeah. You know, and some of the other sophomore things that you know, that weren't helping us. We had the Stanford walk was another one that that I took off, which was, you know, kind of like right the last minute before like team warm-ups, you know, we're walking kind of like a half a mile in full equipment, and you know, let's not do that. Yeah, you know, how about we do this? We make our locker room at the stadium better, you know, and we walk over in the sweatsuit, kept the walk. Yeah, you know, we walking by the grove there, and the, you know, shaded, nice, you know, leisurely stroll instead of, you know, being in full equipment for a 15-minute walk. Yeah. I think that's a better idea.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that.
No.
And the other one I think it changed too was, we were playing UCLA, my first game ever at Stanford, and we're on the visitor sideline, you know, staring right into the sun. It was at least, I'm looking at this going, that's about 20 degrees cooler on that other side where the press box is. Mm-hmm. And we're in the sun for, you know, a good solid 3 quarters, you know, until the sun goes down, until we got any relief. Yeah. So, well, we couldn't do that because, you know, the band had to be in the opposite side, and or some, you know, that was the thing. We'll just here's what we do. We just move the band to the other corner, and
the little things.
Just get us in the shade. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, the season ticket holders, they're going to love having their own team on their sideline. Yeah. You know?
And so, they love winning football.
Yeah, those are the traditions I remember. Some of the silly, there was some silly stuff, and then there was some good practical stuff to try to help us win.
Winners. I also I had never heard this story, and I'd love to hear your telling of it. But you created a rivalry flag against when you were at San Diego.
That's true.
with Dayton, because we love this. This is UConn and UCF had this where Bob Diaco just created a trophy out of thin air, and UCF never said like, "Hey, we're playing for this trophy." You kind of did the same thing with San Diego and Dayton, where you just created a flag and you're like, "This is what we're playing for." And the other coach was like, "What? What are you talking about?"
Yeah, that happened. Yeah.
What made you do that? What did the other coach say when you told him like, "Hey, we're actually playing for this"?
We hadn't beaten Dayton in 10 years, and we were like, "Man, this is the team we gotta. This is the team we gotta beat. You know, we gotta this. If we want to win the championship, they're winning it every year. We better, set our sights to get. And if we can get playing at their level, then good chance we'll be able to beat the other ones. So that was kind of the idea, and I was just like, "Hey, we don't have any like trophy games. There's no trophy. I mean, you come from the Big Ten where there's trophies.
Every week's a trophy.
Stanford,
game. Yeah.
I mean, you have the axe. It was that was just a cool thing. So we didn't have that, and I said, by golly, we're gonna make a trophy here for the USD Dayton game. So I don't know where it came from. It's just one of those ideas. Came up with, let's make a flag, a big old flag that was half SD and half Dayton. So we made it, and we had won the year before. So I said, "Hey, I just told our own guys, hey, we made this trophy flag. You guys won it. You know, so that whole week of practice, we had the flag, and I'll never. So cool. Tim Drevno, who's our offensive coordinator at the time, we took our bus to the San Diego airport, and he had the great idea of, he was on the curb, waving the flag as we were flying commercial, at USD. Anyway, fast forward to the game. We're at Dayton now, and we had the flag like we had put it right behind our bench, secured it with some tape and stuff, and it's flapping back there. And so we won the game and ran across, and hey, Mike, good game. And you're probably wondering what that flag is that our guys were out like carrying it around and doing stuff with it. I said, we made this flag out of respect for the rivalry between USD and Dayton. Since we just won this one, we'll keep it. But next year, if you guys win, then it'd be
yours.
Well, be honest.
I probably should have called you about this, but I mean,
and then you won it again.
Yeah,
right. You never gave up the flag when you were there.
No. We won it.
Be honest. If you had lost that game though, that first rivalry game with the flag, would you have given him the flag?
Oh, I didn't make it until after we won the first one.
They won it, then he made it.
I won it,
Right,
then
you won it, then you made it.
And then really used that as like motivation for the next year.
But then you go to Dayton and you've got the flag. He doesn't know that you've got the flag. If you lose,
he doesn't know I had the flag, and I guess for our own purposes, we were using it. We didn't want to motivate them to think that there was a flag.
They didn't know it was a flag game.
They didn't know this was a flag game.
Yeah. So
I would love to know where that flag is right now.
Maybe you do.
If somebody has that, I would buy that.
What I read was Dayton won it the year after you left, and they took it, and then it never came back.
I think the two coaches after that got it. Does this mean anything? No, it didn't mean anything to you. No. And I think it ended up in Coach's garage. Somebody said that it was like he was.
We gotta find this.
I think I read an article where Mike was using it to rake leaves onto his.
maybe
as a leaf collector.
Maybe
somebody out there probably has this flag. I would be interested in buying that flag.
Maybe we make you a flag here.
Yeah.
You got a rivalry against Kansas City. Yeah. They're kind of like what Dayton was doing. They've been on fire. We do a flag game.
Level.
We do a Chargers Chiefs flag game.
Maybe we'll do it in our studio. We'll just flip it over back and forth.
Yeah, you guys have done cool stuff like that.
Yeah.
We can make you the flag.
So, but PFT asked a good question. If you had lost that second game, would you have given them the flag they didn't even know existed?
I would have, yes.
Okay, that's good. That's honorable, man.
I would have given them that flag.
That they didn't know existed.
I would have. Oh, yes.
Just handed it to him like, here you go.
I can tell you, I said, we made this flag. You won. Now it's your flag, and we'll play for this. We'll play for this every year.
Yeah.
Coach, I would have done that.
It. Quick break from Coach Harbaugh to talk to you about coffee. Stella Blue Coffee. You got to get it. It's the best. It is, we have cold brew, we have cups, we have whole beans, we have grounds. We have 2 new cold brew flavors, blueberry muffin cold brew. Put a little bit of milk in it, sets the flavor off. And we have cinnamon sugar donut. Stella Blue Coffee is the best. And we're helping dogs. We're actually about to reach, I think, $100,000 that we've donated to Paws Chicago, because we've been helping dogs with every box, every bag of Stella Blue Coffee that you buy. So go buy it right now, StellaBlueCoffee.com. The cold brew, I cannot stress enough, is delicious. I have a big jug that I put in my refrigerator. I make cold brew on Sundays. I have it all week. It's super easy. So treat yourself this summer and visit StellaBlueCoffee.com to grab your limited edition bags of blueberry muffin and cinnamon sugar donut flavored cold brew today. Use a one-time promo code PMT20 for 20% off any order of $25 or more at StellaBlueCoffee.com. PMT20 for 20% off any order of $25 or more on StellaBlueCoffee.com. And save some dogs. Okay, back to Jim Harbaugh. I love it.
Last time we sat down and talked to you,
And there's no tougher thing than having to give.
Yeah. So your rival.
Yeah, that feeling of giving the brown jug, you know.
Yeah.
Fortunately, didn't have. Well, as a player, I did.
Yeah.
When I was playing, but coaching, we didn't have to give that up.
And
the Paul Bunyan.
Yep.
We had to give Michigan State that.
Yep.
Yeah, that time.
Oh, that one game.
Let's not bring it up.
How long did it take you to? I mean, that was just
I'm not fully
insane.
over that. I'm not fully over that. Yeah, we got a punt block with 10 seconds left in the game. Yeah, it's left a
That was
indelible
insane.
bruise there. Yeah, that was. I mean, one of the. Top 5 worst things that's ever happened to me in my life. You know,
It's a good life.
was that.
That's top 5.
we carry
That's
those
good
scars
life.
with
That's
us.
top 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it led to some, led to eliminating that college punt, that spread punt.
Yeah, that looks like every
Never
time they do
again
it,
do
you're
we
like,
do the-
how are they going to block this?
We're not going to do this spread punt ever again. We're going back to good old fashioned pro style punting from here on out.
Yes.
And our punter's got to be at 14 yards. He can't be at 16 yards.
You can tell this one bothers you.
Yeah, I mean, you think of all the. I play that scenario out quite a bit.
Yeah. But it helps you get better. You
Yeah.
evolve.
Yeah.
One thing you evolved on was you used to be anti-chicken.
Yes,
But you
that's a
changed your
fact.
tune on chickens.
That's a fact.
Because it was a nervous little bird. And when I heard
Yeah.
you talk about it, I was like, you know what? He's right. You are what you eat, right?
Yeah.
So you gain the energy of the animal. If it's a nervous bird, that's going to be bad for my fast twitch muscles.
Yeah.
But then you change your tune on it
Change back, yeah.
because you respect chickens now, right?
Correct.
So
Correct.
what flipped the switch for you?
Getting chickens, raising chickens from chicks, and the respect I have for chickens. I mean, I really you probably got to put bees a little bit above
Yeah.
above chickens.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're in
Why
the, they're in
bees
the
above
same
chickens?
ballpark, huh?
Why bees above chickens?
Because they pollinate probably 80% of the world's food.
Yeah.
You know? Anyway, people are going to look at this and go, "This guy's
That makes
weird or
sense.
something."
No, no.
No, but here's the entire thing was Brian Jennings, who I love dearly. He was our long snapper at the San Francisco 49ers, and he was one of those players I just had to talk to every day, got to be around and just get his insights on life and things. And he had this great breakfast that he would eat, and it was steak on toast, and protein and getting his carbohydrates, and it really tasted good. And I started doing it that way. And then one day I was eating a chicken sandwich or something like that, and he goes, "Yeah, you really shouldn't eat chicken." And then he was the one who explained to me that chickens were a nervous bird, and it was part of their immune system, and their nervous system was just you could probably make that case with the pecking and things, but I kind of maintain that chicken's a nervous bird, and kind of really bought into what Brian was saying. He had this whole thing documented how when the United States went from meat eaters, meat consumption mainly, to a higher rate of chicken consumption, that nervousness went up. You would have to get to Brian Jennings.
We got to talk about correlation and causation just a little bit.
Get with Brian maybe, and maybe he could explain it. But I bought into it up until the point where it was the pandemic, it was Easter, and I went to Tractor Supply, got 8 chicks, right in the box, and we raised them, and the kids loved them for about a month, and then after that it was me exclusively taking care of them, and just the production that they have. I mean, it is an egg every 26 hours, and they're low maintenance. I mean, they're not high maintenance. I mean, it's low maintenance and high production with the chicken. And there were some times in there, where I actually felt like the chickens liked me and liked seeing me, and I went to a lot of, to make their life, better, and kept their pen, good, and enjoyed working with them, with the chickens, and
it was a huge relief for us, because we got to eat chicken again.
Yeah,
because we stopped eating chicken when you told us not to eat chicken.
Go back. I was
we're
wrong.
good.
I was wrong. I think I was dead wrong.
I like that. Yeah,
I was dead wrong.
You evolved. So what are you on now? What's the latest thing that you're fascinated by, or something that you think you're ahead of the curve with, an insight into life or nature?
I just like living that strenuous life of, like, you just always trying to think and always trying to have an idea or work, or just feel like you just got to go, and love being on my feet, love doing stuff. I mean, love thinking of something and then doing it. I mean, we'll see. I'll let you know if something works or if it doesn't. But I don't know, just that feeling that you can't slow down, and in a moment's notice, something could change. So just kind of keep going about it that way.
Are we still watching SpongeBob and respecting everything SpongeBob does?
Yeah, not as much, because my youngest guy, my youngest guy is he's more on he's evolved more to the YouTube and the different Daredevil things that are on that.
Are we worried that
people screaming, because they like, what the heck?
Are we worried his work ethic's going to be a little off, that he doesn't have SpongeBob as someone he can look up to? Because you told us when I think it was maybe the second time you're on, that SpongeBob, like, he's someone you look up to.
He's a hero. There's no doubt about it. I mean, when you talk about attacking each day with an enthusiasm unknown to mankind, that's SpongeBob. And it's unknown to mankind. It's not of mankind. It's
right.
That's
sponge.
It's And somebody, I mean, I think that enthusiasm comes from God. It's like that Jesus juice, and I had that something you'd get at a good sermon, where you feel it, really feel it, and I feel it in a good sermon at church, but also from football. I get that kind of juice, that love of the game from football as well.
Like training camp being back, like just the pads being on, is that something that, like, the first day where you're like, man, this is where I should be. This is the feeling that I need.
Yeah, without a doubt. I always get that feeling, and it's, as a player, I got it. And it's not as good as a coach, but it's the next best thing, but I get it as a coach. Yeah. I mean, and I don't know. Some people say it's like, it's not what defines you, and it shouldn't be. I understand that difference, that case, but I actually like myself better, when I'm, like when I played, you put on that armor, you put on that helmet, you put on that jersey, you look in the mirror and go, Jim Harbaugh, football player, today's the day. I mean, great things are going to happen.
Yeah.
Somebody says, have a nice day. And I say, well, that seems a little risky. I think I'm just going to make it a, great day.
Yeah.
Or take the try out of it. And, when I put on that, that uniform, I mean, it felt like putting on a, Superman, kind of a cape, if you will. So, and I still get some of that from coaching, put on my outfit and my hat and, get my whistle and coaching football today.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to rise to that. You got to, rise to that challenge.
We had a debate when we were watching you in the national title game, seeing how jacked up you were on the sideline before the game.
Yeah.
We thought that if the NCAA allowed it, you could have put on pads and probably played that whole game. Do you think you could have gotten out there and been like, you know what, I'm just going to quarterback today. I'm ready to go.
No, and even the feeling of like winning that game. I mean, it was so good, but it's not even it's long past being for myself. It's like I can see J.J. McCarthy or Blake Corum or any one of those players. This is their opportunity to be a champion, to go undefeated. For them to know that, and for their mom and dad. For Jim and Megan McCarthy to know that their son is a champion. For each of those parents, uncles, grandparents, like that they get to feel that joy of their son or their grandson or their friend, whatever it is, and for themselves to know, like, you did that.
Yeah.
Pull it down or pull it in, but you did that, and that's where all the joy. That's where all the joy comes from. Is them experiencing that.
Yeah.
And that game was an ass kicking. That was a beautiful thing to watch. At what point in the game did you realize they're not stopping us?
I mean, that's my goal. My goal is that we get ahead, we stay ahead, we get so far ahead that I can't screw it up. And I guess when Mikey Samerstill, picked
Great
off
player.
that pass and returned it, 50 yards.
Yeah.
Hey, we're going to win this if we don't screw up this. If we don't give a kickoff return here, and that kind of thing, or we don't. So yeah, I guess you never really feel that until your team is taking a knee in victory, But I don't know, somewhere along the line, I felt it, and that's one of those feelings, it's not going to wash off in the shower. That stays with you. That stays with you.
And it was crazy watching Michigan this year. It was just like the tackling, the physicality, the running the football. It was just it felt like it was a perfect team built in your mold. Like, even we were talking to Coach Herbert about the Penn State game, which I know you were watching on TV, but like running the football down their throat and being like, you can't stop this. We're going to keep running it. Had to have felt like everything I've wanted in a football team.
Yeah, I mean, this is the only part that I'm uncomfortable with is like that team was in my mold or something like that. I mean, these guys were so much better than I was, and so much more connected, than just about any team I'd ever been on. So unselfish, I mean, you talk about adversity. I mean, they overcame it at every point. I mean, it got to the point where it was white noise, and then to the point where you couldn't even hear it, and that all came from their parents and their families that had poured all that into them, and it came from them, who they were, and they just kept getting better at being them, and they never got a big head. And it was tremendous. And, to the extent of like the other thing people say is like, oh, you've won everywhere you've been or this and that kind of stuff. It's only because you have good players. I mean, there is no good coaches with bad players.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all about the players. And, I learned that from Dave Adolph when I was a young coach. The great Dave Adolph. When I put up a Mt Rushmore of coaches, I mean, if I'm going to the very tip top, I mean, it's Jack Harbaugh, it's John Harbaugh, it's Dave Adolph, Bo Schembechler. I mean, those four are are right at the very top. And he said that. I said, Dave, how do we make this team USD? How do we get better? He goes, you got to get better players. And he said, there's only two ways to do that. I mean, you got to coach them better, or you got to recruit better players. You know, pro football, you got to coach them better, or you gotta acquire players. You know, through the draft, et cetera. It's just, but yeah, there's no you can't be a good coach without great players.
Yeah.
I noticed you left Tom Crean off your Mount Rushmore of coaches.
Tom Crean is right there. He is at the
us
top.
too, yes.
There's no question about it. Tom Crean, Jack Harbaugh, John Harbaugh, Dave Adolph, Bo Schembechler. And I said those 4 football coaches. Now we're going to just straight coaches.
Yeah.
Tom Crean is standing right there next to those 4
He would look great on
great
Mount
coaches
Rushmore.
that I met. Huh?
Yeah.
He would look great on Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, he would.
Tom Crean?
Yes.
Yes.
Got a good tan.
And we'll put you on there too.
Yeah, you can be on there.
Because you can't be far away from your dad.
Or your brother. Well, you got to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That hurt a little.
It's good. It motivates me. Hey, there's more you got to do. Absolutely.
You got him Thanksgiving week this year, right?
What's that?
Thanksgiving week this year. I think Monday Night Football before Thanksgiving.
November 25th.
You know the date. Exactly,
Yes.
yeah.
Absolutely
So-
know the date. And there's a little backstory why I know that date so well, because that's going to be my parents' 63rd wedding anniversary.
Oh, wow. That was mean by the NFL.
63. No, I think it's great by the NFL. It's just, that's what they're so good at stuff like that. The last time John and I played a regular season game was 2011. It was a Thursday night game. It was on Thanksgiving, and the date was November 25th.
Wow.
They know what they're doing.
In 2011. They know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing.
So
It's all there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are Mom and Dad going to be at the game?
Yeah, they'll be at the game.
Have to be.
God willing, and the creek don't rise.
Yeah.
Jack and Jackie Harbaugh will be there.
Yeah.
That's great.
I got a couple fact or fiction real quick, rapid fire, because you didn't speak to the media in Indianapolis for the Combine, but you had so many players at the Combine. So there was a story I read where they asked players for stories about you as a coach. Did you ever get a haircut during a recruiting visit in the players' living room?
Yes, Samaj Morgan's house. No, wait, no, it's
Braden
Braden McGregor. It's Braden McGregor's house.
His mom was a hairstylist, and you just were like, "Hey, I need it." What happened there?
Yeah, I got a haircut. I needed one. I've been on the recruiting trail for. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, that was Braden's mom, and it was a great haircut.
Yeah, they also was a story from Michael Barrett that
Braden also got me the tattoo.
Oh yeah, that's
he didn't
right.
do it, but his guy did.
Yeah, that you were on the recruiting trail and hungry, and you went to Michael Barrett's house and you ate an entire pizza yourself.
I might have been pretty hungry. I mean, that might have happened.
Yeah, okay. And then the last one was Josh Wallace said that he came in one day and you were in the ice tub, full khakis and polo.
Yeah, that.
These are great stories.
I don't see the problem with it.
No,
I don't see the problem.
You just finish
with
your
that.
workout, get in the ice bath.
Yeah.
I love it.
And these are. They're almost like they're athletic pants.
Yeah.
You
Are
know?
you getting away from the khakis, or would the khakis be regular season?
Just the color. I just wanted to change it up sometimes and not be.
But what's going to happen when the regular season
They're
starts?
the same pant as the khaki.
Okay.
But
is this going to be the color during the regular season?
I've gone darker lately. Yeah.
Okay.
Just, it's the new me.
These are things we need to know before, because these are important things.
I've gone darker the last 3 years. The last 3 years I've gone to the blue. I mean, they're still khaki.
That's true.
But they're just the colors.
It's
the
new
color's
me.
different. It's the
That's
new
your
me.
big change.
Yeah. You don't want to get stale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to change your khaki color.
Yeah. You don't want to be like
I don't mind
you don't want to be like burnt meat or overripe fruit.
Yeah. Then people expect it, and then you gotta change it up, because then they'll start game planning for the khakis.
You got to change it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind you wearing them in the cold tub either. You're going to wash them at the end of the day.
Right.
Like those pants, they've outlived their usefulness for that day. Might as well just get them wet right then.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see that. I don't see the problem.
Yeah, I don't see a problem at all.
There's no problem.
Yeah,
They were pretty good at the. I mean, yeah.
I've loved how you're discussing players and the health concerns with the media, because you've got a phrase that you go back to. They're working through something, which I think is you can use that for anything. So I'm just going to start saying that about myself. Yeah, we're all working through something, right? Because it's like a game of poker that you have to play sometimes where you don't want to give up too much to the media. But if you say we're working through something, then they're working through something.
It's just a matter of I'm not qualified. I'm not qualified to say anything more than they're working through something. I mean, I don't have a medical degree. I mean, I look at my office and there's a lot of stuff in it and some things I've accomplished, but I mean, there's no medical degree in there. I mean, I didn't even take human, I didn't take biology or any of those in college either. I mean, it's just, even, I don't think I'm even qualified to relay what the doctors say. I mean, or the trainers say.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a question of what you're qualified to do, and I'm not qualified on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's HIPAA. You can't discuss their That's what I would say.
Yeah.
It's against the law.
Yeah, I mean, is or isn't? I mean, we're gonna, definitely comply with all the. I mean, it's pretty transparent when it comes to the games.
Yeah.
But no, it's just a matter of how's he feeling? How's Big Cat feeling today?
Working
He's
through
working
something.
through
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not qualified to search his feelings either.
Yeah. I'm always
So,
working through
yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big Cat's working through something. That's really
It's an official report.
The way I look at it, that's all I'm really qualified to know.
Yeah.
All right. So this has been unbelievable. We love having you on. I had one last question. It's the Chevy.com question for Grit Week. Chevy Silverado, best truck out there. So my last question for you is: you've told us when we first interviewed you, all you cared about was I want to play football for as long as I can play football, then coach football, then die. Has there been any change in that, or is it the same of
No, still on track.
still on track? Just
Still
gonna
on
coach
track.
football, then die.
God willing, and the creek don't rise. We're on track.
That's it. It's just the love. That's I think, like, because you are, for us, one of the ultimate football guys for that quote and for everything you do for the game of football. But football means that much to you.
Love it. Love football. And I thought it was really cool this week. Tony Jefferson, who's played for the Ravens, played for my brother John, and now he's playing here. And somebody asked him the same question, like, what's the difference in them? And a lot of people go to like whatever they go to, whatever their perception is. But I really like what Tony said. I mean, Tony said, they both love football, and that's I think it's really accurate and true, and yeah, that meant a lot. I think that's somebody who's seen both of us, and I know my brother loves football.
Yeah.
And it was a very nice compliment to for him to say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Coach, we got to ask you about the RV because we drove up here. We have an RV. It's Grit Week.
Oh yeah.
We're
We
going to
need
be
to know where
staying in
we're
the
staying.
RV.
Yeah.
We don't have a great spot for it. I know that you had a good spot. I don't know if you're still in the RV there or you moved out. But we're looking for a spot for the RV.
Yeah. You
So
gotta
do
tell
you
us
have any
where to bring it.
recommendations?
Where to put your RV?
Yeah.
Yeah, about 150 yards
That's where you
to
were.
the south is where you could go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I was in Huntington Beach. I was right across the street from the beach and a great ocean and big blue. It was right there. It was great. So I love RVing. I wish I could do it more. That was a great 4-month window to be in the RV. It's a simple life, That's the best life. Right now, it's not in the cards for me. With
A whole family.
still 4 kids at home
Yeah.
and a full-time job, but someday I think about that. That would be.
Yeah. Just traveling around in an RV.
I just hopped on that opportunity.
Yeah.
And I was a big fan of the Rockford Files growing up. Jim Rockford living in the trailer
Yeah.
at the beach in Malibu. I mean, that's the way I grew up. That was my favorite TV show. And you're just sitting there laying on your stomach in front of the TV, watching the cars and the and the palm trees and that his trailer.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah, someday I want to live in California. Someday I want to live in California. And if I ever do, then I'm going to live in a trailer like Jim Rock. That's like
Yeah.
Core memory.
11-year-old Jim, you know?
Well, Coach Harbaugh, best of luck.
Thank you.
You know we're the biggest fans, and we appreciate you anytime you come on the show, and go win some football games.
Amen.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. And right back at you.
Love
Right back at you. You guys are the best. You know, just keep doing you. Keep doing you. It's working. And piece of advice, want to get a little bit better at something, just work a little bit harder at it. And whatever you do, don't get a big head.
Yeah.
That's a trap.
Well-
That's a deep, dark, lonely trap.
And we also, I should just say, because I don't want you to think that we're scumbags, we might have offered
Greedy guys don't get big heads.
Yeah, no, they don't. We might have offered Coach Ben Herbert $10 million to come be the Barstool Sports trainer. So I just want to let you know we might try to poach him. We're going to try to poach him. I don't have the $10 million to pay him, but we'll find a way because we want him to make us tough.
Yeah, I have to counteract that somehow. I'm gonna have to find a way. I can't lose him. I cannot lose Ben Herbert.
I don't think he will. I don't
want to ever be forced. I'd do it if I absolutely had to, but I don't ever want to coach a football team without Ben Herbert being our strength coach.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'll tell you, I think you're safe because I think he liked us, but I don't think he really liked us because we told him that a lot of our day is sitting on the couch eating chicken wings and hanging out. And
I love Ben Herbert.
Yeah, he's the best.
I love him.
He's the best.
All right,
we'll let you keep him. We'll let you keep him.
Yeah. Well, if I'll put him on Mount Rushmore. I mean, he's really
okay. There we go.
He really needs to be there.
We can't compete with that.
Yeah, that's it. Done. Now, Tom Crean, Ben Herbert, Jack
This is a hell of a Mount Rushmore we
Dave
got
Adolph, John Harbaugh.
There it is.
That's the new Mount Rushmore.
I love it. Well, thank you, Coach.
Thank you so
Been a
much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That interview is brought to you by our good friends over at Chevy. There's a reason why we've never done a Mount Rushmore pickup trucks. That's because for part of my take, there's only one pickup truck, the Chevy Silverado. Why is that? Well, Silverado is a partner. It's a partner that you can depend on. We've all spent time driving and using the Silverado for all kinds of part of my take jobs, adventures, shenanigans. Silverado has been our ride for a cross-country trip to the big game. Silverado helped us dig the biggest hole ever in the state of Ohio last year at Grit Week. Silverado helped us give fullbacks the recognition they deserve with the Lowman Award. And this year, Silverado will be our partners for another Grit Week. Silverado brings the grit, too. It's got legendary grit paired with modern truck tech inside and out, massive screens, up to 8 cameras with 14 different views to help make driving, towing, and parking all easier. It's got 4 different powertrain choices and the available multi-flex tailgate so you can work and play smarter, not harder. So head over to Chevy.com. Build your own Silverado. Check out all the current offers on Silverado. Discover a world of strength and capability, all behind the wheel of our favorite truck, the Chevy Silverado.
Okay, let's do our Mount Rushmore. Mount Rushmore of things you wish you weren't too old for. It's brought to you by Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus is once again your home to stream the NFL on CBS all season long. Follow all the exciting on-field action. Stream your live local NFL on CBS game every Sunday all the way through AFC Championship game. And you can watch from your smart TV, tablet, phone, or any device, and all you need is Paramount Plus account. Sign up and sign into Paramount Plus today and get ready for another thrilling season of the NFL on CBS, streaming live on Paramount Plus. It's a must for football fans. Okay, Mount Rushmore of things that you wish you weren't too old for. Max is running away with Mount Rushmore season.
Yep.
Max, you're running away with Mount Rushmore season.
First time you ever ran away with anything.
Yeah.
I also just had my notes up on my phone, and Hank definitely tried to look at them.
Hank, I got a question for you because we just had to switch out cameras, so we had to take a quick break, and you said the stock market is crashing. I wish maybe we knew anything about econ, and we could actually know what's happening.
Yeah, Hank, that's a good point. What's happening?
Black Monday.
But we don't. We're economically illiterate because we've never been
tried
taught.
to tell you in the airport. That was actually the first thing I said.
What'd you say?
I said, Black Monday's coming. Get
But
ready.
you understand, we don't have the
December.
we don't have the building blocks to understand this because you never taught us.
Right.
What is
So-
Black Monday?
It's when everyone loses all their money that they've saved up.
On a Monday?
Does it always have to be on a Monday?
No, just this Monday.
Could
But
it be
you could-
Tuesday?
In theory,
Yeah. Could
Okay.
it be a Friday?
it could be.
So
Yeah.
why is it doing a Black Monday?
People are just panic and selling stocks.
Everyone's just panicking.
I have no idea.
Why can't they just turn it off like they did when everyone was making money off GameStop? Can't they just turn the stock market
They're gonna
off?
stop. They're gonna just stop selling shares. They're gonna stop.
Of the stock
Can't
market?
Sell, yeah.
Yeah. Just don't turn it on tomorrow.
I want to
I
buy
hope that Tuesday's better.
but now is a good buying opportunity.
True.
I'm going to invest in one share of the stock market tomorrow.
This is when we get rich, boys.
Yeah.
This is the greatest.
Buy
this
the
is-
dip.
This is the greatest opportunity of our lifetimes. Hank, are you going to ever explain
Yes.
to us econ? Go.
I will.
Okay.
Not today,
Okay.
but not tonight.
You kind of just did with Black Monday. I'm
No,
counting
he
that as
didn't say.
something.
All he said was Black Monday. He didn't say anything else.
He said that it's going to be bad.
Right, but he just read that.
He told me earlier that Warren Buffett sold, so that means other people are going to sell.
You did teach
and I
Max
did
what
tell you
Black
in the
Monday
airport.
was.
What?
That this was gonna
You
happen.
were hammered, so I didn't know what you were saying. You did say that. I mean, yeah, we're gonna have to buy the dip.
Wait, Hank, you called this?
He did.
He's been talking about it since I've seen him.
You called the recession?
He did on Saturday.
Yeah, you're a fucking genius when it comes to the economy.
You're the new Warren Buffett. So teach
I'm
us. Okay, things you wish you weren't too old for. Max is running away with this. I'm in second. PFT's in third. Hank is in fourth. How are we feeling, Hank?
I feel great. I feel relaxed. I was able to, get in the right headspace over vacation. I'm ready for a big second half of the year.
Max also did say, let's just put this out there. There's not going to be any more food drafts. most likely.
Was Friday a food draft?
Hold on. I
Oh,
didn't
got
finish. Max also did say, I'm trying to figure out my magic number.
Oh, that's too early.
Early
You're
to
too
do
early
that.
to be playing
Yeah,
that game.
Early to do that.
Yeah, this has potential to be heartbreaking.
I mean,
Yeah.
this would be an all-time blown lead if you ended up in fourth, because it doesn't matter if you're second or third.
I know, and like all the Philly teams are kind of doing that this year.
It's impossible.
It's impossible.
It is impossible. It's not going to happen.
Unless the AWLs.
Let me be the first to congratulate Max
This is
on
bullshit.
winning Mount Rushmore
This is
season.
bullshit.
Congrats, Max.
You're the one who said you're figuring out your magic number.
I actually don't think it is possible.
No, I don't either.
So
You-
you have
you-
nothing to worry about.
Hank would just have to go on a heater.
Heater, yeah.
Yeah, so you're good.
He'd have to
Hank,
go.
have you figured out what your tragic number is?
No,
No, I mean,
I'm
you're
losing to you
close.
by like a point.
I
Yeah,
know,
I'm
I
only
know.
up like 5 points, and you're up 2 points on him. Who goes first?
PFT.
And then who goes second? Me. And then who goes third?
We're in the correct order right now.
We're in the correct
We're in
order.
the correct
Let's
order.
go,
Let's go, boys.
We're good.
All right.
We're good.
All
We're
right.
good.
Things you wish you weren't too old for. I like this. It's open-ended.
All right, things I wish I was not too old for. First pick, going to 3-day-long music festivals.
Good one.
And Lala was all over the timeline this weekend. The
Felt too old.
the Chappelle Roan concert when she's spelling out was it HOTDOGS? Is that what Max was saying?
Yep.
It looked like the best time ever, but it also looked like the last place on earth that I would want to go right now
Yes.
at my age.
Yes.
Max just got that.
You got
No,
it?
No, I'm trying to think.
Say it. Do you get it?
HOTDOGS. I love hot dogs. They're the best.
Nice.
Yeah.
I saw that someone on TikTok saying that. Shout out that person.
Shout out that person.
Shout out that person. Okay, good pick, because I agree with that.
Yeah, I had that on my
The
list.
one thing I do appreciate, I think we can still participate in when it comes to these 3-day-long music festivals, is seeing old school awesome NBA jerseys and then just buying those and wearing those around.
Yes.
Like when I see a Bryant Reeves jersey at Lala, I'm like, damn, that's sick.
Yes.
Do you think you're too old to go to one day? To
No,
like
I-
one day.
One day,
Lala?
one day's a
Yeah.
concert.
I can do it one day. I can do a one-day music festival. I'm going to do that at Riot Fest this year, I think.
Yeah.
So I got to pick out either Friday or Saturday for that. But 3 days in a row just feels like
Crazy.
What do you do on the third day? Yeah,
It's part of your face-off.
all I would
and it's 4 days now.
really.
Yeah.
I would
It starts
just-
on Thursday.
I would show up and just complain all day on the third day.
Okay, good pick. My first pick, sleepovers. Sleepovers with your friends.
Okay.
Too old for it. Would
Yeah.
be cool though. Those were the best when you were kids.
Aren't we doing that this week?
We're not sleeping in the same room. And
And-
it's also work.
And also, Hank's not anyone's friend.
Yeah. But sleepovers were the best. I wish it was socially acceptable to just every now and then be like, let's just watch some games, play some video games, have a sleepover.
Uh-huh.
I had sober sleepovers with you boys because sometimes,
Yeah.
I guess maybe not you with the family and stuff, but I also have sleepovers with my boys sometimes.
Yeah, drunk. Yeah. But that's like you were too drunk to go home.
Yeah,
You're
or
not,
like they're like staying
planning,
over
like,
for like a night
we're
or
gonna do a
whatever.
sleepover.
Yeah.
It's also like the little things, like, you know, being a little too loud. Then the dad comes down and yells at you.
Yeah,
And like, you know, oh my God, what's going to happen?
Sneaking
Who's
up-
going to go to sleep first?
sneaking out for a second.
Yeah.
Sneaking upstairs to get some snacks.
Oh,
Yeah,
sleepovers.
pretty good. Max and Hank did a sleepover at the Super Bowl a couple years ago.
That's true.
Yeah.
We also did a non-sleepover.
Oh,
At-
so you regular day?
No, but we spent. Well, Hank
They
slept.
spent a night together, but they didn't do
24
much.
hours.
sleeping.
Yeah.
Got
Oh
it.
yeah.
That was kind of sleepover vibes, though.
Yeah, that
Like,
was a
we
great
played
time.
video games.
Yeah.
We tried to do a Hank.
That was.
Hank was the worst puzzle doer I've ever seen in my
That
life.
was sleepover. Yeah.
Yeah, but we didn't. Yeah, because you don't really sleep at sleepovers either.
Yeah. Right. Okay, Hank.
That was gonna be my 1-1. That's a good pick. I will go with not paying bills.
Mm.
You miss not paying bills. Yeah.
Don't you?
Yeah.
But you're not too old for that. You could do that. You do that. You
Not intentionally.
Don't, you don't pay your bills sometimes.
I do pay my bills.
but sometimes you don't.
No, I mean that there was a grace period when I moved where some stuff was like not getting sent to my condo and whatever. But
That's the only one though. Like I guess
That was your first week when you moved in. Half the lights in your apartment weren't on.
you don't even think about it when you're a kid though. But yeah, that'd be nice. Max, the guy who clinched Mount Rushmore.
No.
Yeah.
Back
You
to
don't
back.
even need to go.
Meatballs.
Battling through a bad hangover, like drinking through a bad hangover.
Yep.
Hank does that all the time.
Like, what?
you don't do that.
I'm saying like
You
waking
did-
up.
You
Not
literally
getting
the
hungover would be-
sleepover that we
yeah.
just talked about. You woke up and just fought through it. Went to the Eagles game.
Well,
started
I mean,
drinking.
That wasn't by choice. Like waking up.
No
I'm
battles by
thinking-
choice.
I'm thinking like when you're in college, Friday night, you get absolutely
what you're trying to say is being able to drink with no hangovers.
Yeah.
That would be
Yeah.
the because you get old
Said
and then you have
battling through
hangovers.
hangovers.
Yeah,
Get his
that
ass
makes no
hanged.
sense.
Get his ass, Hank.
That makes no sense. Battling through hangovers. That's what you do.
That's what everyone
Okay.
does.
What do you mean that you didn't have a choice when you're at the Super Bowl?
I mean, I had to go to the Super Bowl.
No, but like battling through with like the next day, like partying. through
Okay, I
it.
guess like being hung. Yeah,
No, actually, I'll take you. That you had to drink that day.
Yeah.
that was the only way you were gonna make it. Yeah.
being hung. Yeah, like I just used to like not get hangovers, and
So
that's basically
what is
what
the
I'm
thing
saying.
that you miss?
Yeah.
not being hungover.
Yeah, like drinking without getting hungover.
Right.
Okay.
That's the answer.
Okay.
Whoa, Hank.
We're just giving him
Throw a
that.
flag, Hank. Throw a flag.
Your first answer was battling through hangovers, and then we just gave him an infinitely better one.
Well, I just didn't understand.
I mean,
Hank's right.
I'll just not take
Battling
No
through
pick.
hangovers.
No pick. Meatballs.
no. Well, that's not happening.
Battling through hangovers. That was your pick.
All right, fine. Fine. I don't care.
I think
Hank is
that
starting to
somewhat
s-
makes sense.
yeah.
Hank is starting to see the punishments like getting
Yeah.
closer and
Well,
closer.
no,
to
I
more.
was-
I mean,
I like
let's
it.
also say that.
couldn't get
let's
bullseye.
Also,
I couldn't
let's
get
also say
bullseye.
that I'm
I couldn't get
first,
bullseye.
and I also get the most shit for all of my picks, and always have to get my picks changed.
Take a deep breath.
What?
Like,
I couldn't get bullseye.
I mean,
What pick got
you guys
changed?
made me do bullseye.
What pick got changed?
no, not pick that got changed.
Okay,
Fortnite
but you
season
just said
three.
you always
still,
made
still
the
mad
picks
about
changed.
Fortnite season.
No,
OG
there was
Fortnite.
there was
No,
another
what's
one
made you
recently.
change a pick?
No, there was. Oh, dragons. People were pissed. People were pissed that I didn't
That's
get
not a
dragons.
fucking animal.
He got fucking Patrick Mahomes.
That's literally an animal, and it was a
Right.
terrible pick.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
You're awfully upset for a guy that's in first place by a significant margin.
Oh yeah,
You
it's
clinched
fine.
Mount Rushmore.
I also think that's a fine pick. People are gonna
yeah, it is.
whatever.
It's a good
Okay.
The
you
next
just
one,
think about what you're saying before you say it this time.
playing competitive sports.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
What do we do on
that
Thursdays?
okay? What?
What do-
That is not competitive. If you can have a beer in your
Like
if you
this,
can have a
Hank.
beer in your hand, that's not competitive sports.
You
What
are
do we do-
sorry.
all right,
what do we do on
Playing
Fridays at the
competitive
office?
sports.
That's not. You guys are just. This is just going to be the rest of Mount Rushmore.
No, Matt, I think you're factually incorrect.
like,
because
organized
I can think of
simple
several
question.
sports
Like,
right now
like-
that you can have a beer Olympics. Was that not a sport?
That is not a sport. I'm talking about like high school sports, college
One of
sports.
my picks.
Like you wake up.
But
in the-
you got to. One of my picks was I'm sad that I'm too old for Little League.
Yeah,
But that's not what you said.
Okay. You guys are trying to tell me how to do my Mount Rushmore, and I'm the fucking best at this.
True. You are. So what is the
Playing competitive sports.
So are you going to keep playing on your softball team?
You guys are like that is not competitive. Like
Wow, the Pugs. That hurts. Memes.
you
were part of that team.
You guys are just gonna make me quit Mount
I
Rushmore.
compete.
That'd be a real shame.
I show up. I show up
Same thing.
to compete.
If you didn't get to win.
It'd be a real
No,
shame.
I like what you guys are doing here because I'm dominating this game way too much that you're just trying to muddy the
It'd be a
water.
real
Well,
shame
yeah,
if you quit
no
Mount
shit,
Rushmore
Max.
season and then your points stayed at the exact same total for the rest of Mount Rushmore.
Whoever
season.
was going to be in first at
Impossible, you
Listen,
idiot.
whoever-
You idiot. That's impossible.
What was the word you were about to say?
You fucking idiot, but I was just like
whoever was in first at this juncture of Mount Rushmore season was going to get this type of heat. It just happens it's you.
all right. No, fuck you guys.
I think the lights might be too bright for Max.
He clinched.
Yeah.
It's just
You guys are
it'd
just
be a
upset. You guys are
statistical-
upset.
You're like the Yankees.
Yeah. Okay.
A lot of choices here.
Yeah.
Let's go with climbing random trees.
I had climbing
one.
trees on my
Good
list
one.
too. Yeah.
Like
climbing
when you
trees
were a
rocks.
kid, you would just climb whatever tree you could see. You know,
Yep.
you'd see it with some branches low, and you're like, "Oh, I can get up there." Now,
Yep.
you'd probably get the police called.
Mhm.
Yep. That's a good one. That's a good one. Playing with Nerf guns. I wish I wasn't too old for that.
Yeah.
Playing with Nerf guns as a kid was the best. And now when you do it, it's just like, who cares?
And they've gotten so much better over the years.
So
too.
much better.
You have
Oh.
like automatic weapons. You've got laser sights on
It's
them.
incredible.
Yeah.
But playing with Nerf guns was so much fun as a kid.
Mhm.
You get like, yeah.
What's that look for, Hank?
Nothing.
No, there's a look.
I was
Stop
seeing. I was
stop
seeing if Max was
gaslighting
going to say
everyone.
anything.
Max, did
No,
you say
I
anything?
have nothing to say for the rest of this Mount Rushmore.
What?
I
So
will
you have
take
no more picks?
I will take my picks and I will
Oh,
have
come
no
on, come
comment
back,
on
come back,
anyone.
come
Only
back,
the
come back,
facts.
Come back.
Nope.
No
Come back.
comment.
This
Like
is-
maybe
nope.
like Barstool when we did the Nerf. We did a Nerf video like
We did?
2 years ago.
But
What did
we did
what
do that
Nerf
Nerf
video?
video. We did it in the New York office.
Was
But
I
that's-
part of it?
You were captain.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was fun. I wish we could do that all the time, but we don't.
Well, that was
Yeah,
also
and
like
also-
3 years ago.
That was also a
I didn't bring it up. I was
3
just
years
curious.
ago, and I
I was
hate
curious
to
if
say
Max was going
I
to bring
think
it
the
up.
name of this is things like that you wish you weren't too old for. That was in
Yeah.
the past, right?
Yeah, that was
That's 3 years ago.
Max,
It's a good thing you
come
bring it
back
up.
to us for Mount Rushmore. I'm done critiquing your picks.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
I'm ready.
All right. So do you think that was a good pick?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm up.
Twice.
I just imagine waking up as a member of the Pugs on Black Monday and finding out you're not playing competitive sports.
Yeah, well, I mean, if Hughes managed the team, they're not competitive.
That's true. That's true. You're a leader of that team. Talk.
He hasn't been there in like.
No, yeah, I know.
Oh no.
Neither of you.
I'm talking about me.
This is awesome.
You went to a game and didn't
So
play
I
because
love
your
it.
bicep hurt.
Is that true?
Well, yeah, I was worried about golf. the
Oh
next
my
day.
god. Now actually your pick got stronger.
Yeah.
Because a guy who
Yeah.
doesn't play because he's worried about golf, that's not competitive. Okay. PFT. you have
Also,
two.
If
Hank
it was the playoffs, I would have played.
Hank competes in multiple competitive golf tournaments a year
Yeah.
that he cares about.
Yeah. Okay,
All right, so I have
PFT.
two.
Yep.
Okay, so my first one, I'm gonna go trampolines. Trampolines rock.
Dude, have you guys been on a trampoline recently?
No.
Okay. I was on a trampoline 2 weeks ago with my kids. I was doing popcorn with them where I was jumping and they were just popping everywhere. Maybe 8 minutes, completely gassed. Like sweat, had to get off the trampoline. That shit just kills you.
Yeah, I was watching it at the Olympics too, and every time the guy would jump up in the air, I'd be like, that guy's gonna die.
Yeah.
They're so high up. But trampolines were so fun.
There's trampolines in the Olympics?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
trampolining.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. They go like 50 feet in the air.
It's crazy.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nuts. They should do trampoline in the Olympics, but it should be like a battle, like two people at the same time trying to bounce each other.
And maybe with a hoop and a
And
ball.
with a hoop, and then you can tackle the guy in midair.
Yeah. I like that.
But yeah, trampolines were so fun. You'd always go over to your friend's house that had a trampoline, and his parents obviously just kind of didn't care, and they were okay with everyone getting hurt. And then you go on it for like, all you'd want to do is be like, let's go to the trampoline. And they'd be like, I'm sick of the trampoline. I broke my arm there 2 months ago. No, I want to do the fucking trampoline. They're awesome, but you can't do it as an adult. My next one, I'm going to go Power Wheels. Power Wheels was so fun because you couldn't drive yet, but goddamn if you weren't behind the wheel of what felt like a car at the time.
Yep.
Power Wheels were the absolute best.
Agreed. Okay, I got to pick.
Any smart comments about that?
Max, lock back in.
Oh, yeah, pretty good.
Lock back in.
You know what the Power Wheels are?
No, I have no idea what Power Wheels
that's like
are.
a
You know what Power
1980s.
You know what Power
thing.
Wheels are?
No.
Power Wheels?
Everyone knows
Guess
Power
Memes
Wheels.
knows
Pow,
Power
pow,
Wheels. I
Power
don't-
Wheels.
No, I don't know that.
There's one in the office for my kids.
Oh.
It's a mini
Those
cars.
things?
Yeah, the
Those
mini
little
car.
electric
No, that's
cars.
something different. But I have a mini truck that my kids come on Saturdays and just whip around in them. They're awesome.
I don't know.
I never had
Sounds
one as a
sick.
kid,
Yeah.
but
Kids, he was driving until he was like 14.
That's hilarious. Hank's so funny.
That's like a good one, Hank. That was a good one.
Okay.
Yeah, they're just mini,
No, I didn't-
like
They're
mini
mini cars.
cars
Cool.
and mini trucks.
But you can just drive real cars.
Well,
That's
not
why-
when you're a yeah, true.
now you
Oh shit!
Now that you're old,
Yeah, but like
this draft is the things that you wish you weren't too old for.
Right, but
But-
he's saying you could drive a real car, which is
I could also probably still drive a Power Wheels.
yeah.
that would be
We
that.
got to try. We got to
Hank's
test
right.
that out now.
When you're right, you're right. Hank's right. That's why I'm a really good driver, because I was training up there all until I got my license. Yeah.
It's been almost a year since you last wrapped your car around a pole in the parking lot.
Well, the pole that Hank clearly intentionally mislabeled.
All right, easy one for me. Building forts. I just love building forts. Now I'm in the fort building game on the other side where I build the forts, but I don't get to go in the forts. But building forts, just being inside of a fort, you build a good fort at the start of the day. It's like, I got this fort for the rest of the day.
Pillow forts.
Pillow forts.
Stick forks down by the creek.
Yep. I mean, the best. Building a fort and just being like, this is my spot. I got it. Okay.
I feel like it's been a lot of kid stuff, but I'll go a little bit older. I'll just go with college parties.
Yeah.
College
That's
parties.
a good one.
College parties were the best.
And it does. I think the last college party I was at was with you, Hank, and it was like 10 years ago, and it was very uncomfortable for us.
Yeah, I had a stretch. I mean, like we did the Dixie tour when I was 22. That didn't feel weird. And
You
then
were fine.
There was a couple years after that. Like I think I was 24, and I was like, "This is
We were at Ohio
super
State.
weird." I was like 20 when
Yeah,
when
playing
we did
beer
this.
pong or
Yeah.
flip cup, and I was probably 29, and I was like, I have to get out of here.
Yeah.
This is not good. Like,
Yeah.
I need to get out of here.
But yeah, college parties from 18 to. I mean, I even give yourself 22.
Yeah.
Can't beat it.
Yeah. You know, like the Beer Olympics this year, they were basically the same thing as a college party.
That's every single Saturday.
Yeah.
In college.
Yeah.
Yeah, like caring very deeply about a game of beer pong.
Yeah.
I miss getting into fights in beer pong games.
Yeah.
That was fun.
It's a good pick. Max?
I don't know where this is gonna go. And this is also something that I didn't really get to do at my own school, but I did it at other schools, and that's watching games at a student section.
Ooh.
I
Okay.
know that you guys did that recently.
Yeah, you can still do that.
but
You got to get over the uncomfortableness.
yeah, that's what this whole. I mean, technically, you can do anything that we're doing today, but it's uncomfortable.
No, it's a good pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a pick coming up that you cannot do, but okay.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I have one that I really want to do, but I think that you're gonna give me shit.
No,
for
go
it.
for it. You're in the lead. You're never going to blow this lead. We won't give you shit. I won't give you shit.
I don't
Say
know.
Say it, Max.
As long as you're too old to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I am too old to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Fuck it. I was. This is another thing
Jerking
that I
off
was,
with your
that I
boys.
was
Oh.
that I was never able to do, and I was just in France studying abroad. I'm too old to study abroad.
Yeah.
I could never do it. It's the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is. I wish I did.
The whole time I was over there, I was like, I cannot believe that kids did this for a full semester
Mm-hmm.
and like fake went to school and then just went all through Europe. What?
Hank said same, but you have to go to college and study abroad, Hank.
Hank goes to college for 1 semester and studies abroad.
Oh, you guys are gonna give me shit for that.
No,
I don't know
doesn't
why.
make-
No,
That's
that's
a
a
good
good
pick.
pick.
That's a good
That's a
pick.
good pick.
Study abroad literally translates to look at that chick.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
There you go, Max.
That took me a while, but yeah.
Go.
I will stay on brand. Considering you take a day off and it's like you killed someone, but just having the whole summer off,
Yeah.
Yeah.
nothing better.
No, you're doing that this year.
Last day of school, no, I'm here. I took less than a week off. I was here on Thursday, here on Friday, playing on Saturday. But yeah, last day of school before you were like, I don't know what, 13, 14, maybe you started to have to do like some type of job in the summer. But like when you're, elementary and I guess just elementary school kid, the last day of school was like,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna play wiffle ball and baseball for the next 2 months.
Yeah.
and
Pretty
go to
good.
the pool.
Winter college break too was
Yeah,
great.
yeah. I feel like it was like a month.
Yeah. It was like a month. Well,
I did it for once.
Mhm.
And then my
was it-
friends, and then
Wait,
and then
wait, wait, wait,
and then
permanent?
You went to school for 1 semester, right?
no 2.
oh, two.
Okay, okay.
Oh, all right,
yeah.
all right.
Oh, I finished out strong. But then when I was
It'd
working,
be funny if Hank was still technically on his winter college break.
no, I think if you did both of my semesters, though, I have like 1 semester's worth of credits.
Finish out strong.
Yeah. But when I was working at a young age in the workforce, and my friends would be home and they'd be like fucking off for like a month straight, and I'd just be at work being like, when do you go back to school?
Yeah.
How are you still doing this?
Yeah.
It's Wednesday.
Yeah. That was the best. All right. I got 2 that I want to. Should I do 1 or 2? Max, you pick.
I want the one that you said that you definitely can't do.
Having a wet dream.
A hand job from God.
I wish those rocked. It was basically virtual reality, and it was awesome. But you can't do it anymore. I haven't had a wet dream since I was 12 years old, 13 years old. You've had one?
No, I haven't. But
Oh,
couldn't
think I
you?
ever
Couldn't
had
you
one.
could
do
you?
it?
I don't know.
Wasn't that
Even
the?
just don't jerk off.
I guess
Eventually it has to
Robbie
come out.
Fox was also very young when
He
that.
was, like,
yeah,
19.
Okay, that's.
I mean, it was
Yeah,
just
that's
a
what-
bet.
yeah,
You were
yeah,
just you went to sleep and you fucked a hot chick, and then I mean,
I
the
think if you
cleanup
didn't-
was a little weird, but who cares?
I think if you didn't come for like 2 weeks or a month or something, maybe it would just happen.
That'd be
I don't
very,
know.
That'd be very funny. Like,
don't think
explain
so.
to your significant other, like, no, we can't do it. I'm trying to get myself a
I'm
wet
trying to
dream.
get a wet dream.
just bear with me for the next couple weeks.
I also it was only like a little stretch for me, and it rocked for that little stretch.
I had
But it was-
exactly one wet dream my entire life.
Really?
And it was incredible.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, maybe I'll have another one. But then I psyched myself out. Now every time I'm dreaming, I'm thinking about to have sex with a hot chick. I'm like, wait, you idiot! This is a dream. That hot chick will never have sex with you.
Yeah.
Then I wake up and then I try to go back to sleep to get back into the dream, where I like think about that dream, put myself back, and then it's fucked up. When I go back
It would
in.
rock to be able to have a wet dream.
Yeah.
It would rock to be able to know too, just being like, I'm gonna put on a condom before I go to bed. No cleanup. But yeah, we're too old for that. Huey, you ever had a wet dream? No?
No, I don't remember a single one.
Okay. So you might have had one.
There's a possibility.
Okay. All right. PFT, your last
I think
pick.
it's a dream where you're swimming.
Yeah.
I won't drown probably.
I was pee in those dreams.
A bunch of mine got picked in this last round. So this is going to be tough for me. I miss the possibility of being taller. Like I'm not done growing.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
So, like,
for you
it-
especially.
Yeah, thank you. Until I was like 19 or 20, I was like, maybe I'm not done yet. Because I stopped growing when I was in like 9th grade. I was like, maybe next year's the growth spurt. I started eating a lot of food, just got fat for a little bit because I was trying to convince myself that it was a growth spurt.
Yep.
That I'm hungry all the time. No, you're just getting fat.
Yeah.
But that was I wish I could still have that feeling where it's like maybe this isn't it for me.
Yeah.
I'm
maybe only 6
tall,
feet.
PFT, or taller
No, you're
than
not
you,
tall.
but
You're not tall.
I was this
6
height.
feet.
I was this height in 7th grade,
Oof.
and my dad is like 6'2", my uncle's like 6'4", my brother's 6'3", and they told me that I was going to be the tallest person in my family.
Oh no,
Never grew again.
that's brutal.
So
The fat guy equivalent to that is like outgrowing your baby fat.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
when you're a fat child, it's like it's okay, it's just baby fat.
Yeah,
for
it won't
now,
have
and then you're-
tits.
Yeah.
yeah.
or like
Then you get to that, and then you do outgrow it, and then it all comes back.
Yeah.
an older relative is like, look, this is what I looked like in like middle school,
Yeah.
and now I'm skinny, and you're like, oh, that's gonna be me. Then you think genetics is gonna do all of it. Now you have to rely on Ozempic.
Yeah. Or like we're working out.
Yeah, we're working out. Me and Big Cat are getting in the best shape of our lives.
Yeah.
Diet started today.
Yep.
What are we having for dinner?
Pizza.
Small amount of pizza.
The one who said we should add some salads.
Salad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For-
Good
all right.
call,
For the
Max.
record.
What got left off? The one I was thinking that I would have picked, but I feel like maybe a little too much pushback. Pissing outdoors without it being a crime.
No, golf course.
Yeah, true.
You can pee
that's
anywhere
good.
on a
I did,
golf course.
but it was awesome when you were a kid. And you're just like, I pee anywhere. No one's
Yeah.
gonna say shit.
In college, we had 2 bathrooms that were right next to the outdoor, like right next to outside, and we would just
Yeah.
go outside, and we were like, I'm using the urinal. We
Yeah,
would
but
just
even
call
that would be a
outside.
crime if someone saw
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
like
yeah.
like being it like when I take my son to like T-ball and he's like, I gotta pee. I'm like, all right, there's a tree right there. No one's gonna say shit. If I peed behind that tree, big problem. Big problem.
I had getting hyped for Christmas morning.
I had that too. Yeah, I thought about that one. Just
Gravity bongs.
the excitement. No, we're bringing those back.
Yeah, we are bringing those back.
But the excitement of the magic of Christmas.
Yeah, and also your birthday too.
Yeah, birthdays.
Birthday
Birthdays were
was
great.
like that was a big deal, and now it's just like fuck. I'm getting older. Like right, what 18 is probably the last. No, 21 was the last birthday that you're excited for.
25. You can
I
rent
think
a
it's
car.
21.
21, I think it's it.
You can rent a
The
beach
rest
house.
is just like
Yeah, but dude, remember like waking up being like I'm 10 today. That fucking rock. Double hand.
Cupcakes.
Yeah.
School.
yeah, your birthday party, pizza.
Velcro sneakers. If you're an adult man wearing Velcro sneakers, people are like something's wrong. And they are so much easier than tying your shoes.
Yep.
I wish I wasn't too old for those.
I had
But then you actually get it does come around.
When
That's
you're, like,
when you
90.
get when you get way old, you can do it.
diapers and Velcro.
Yeah.
They make a comeback. I had quitting a job that you don't care about.
That's good.
That is one of the best feelings in the world.
That's good.
When you have a job in like your early 20s and you just hate it.
Yep.
And walking away from that job, it is better than drugs.
I walked out on a job on a lunch break.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was the worst job. It was the one I had where I called people asking them for money for Wisconsin alum. So I'd call them during dinner.
I quit
The worst.
a dishwashing job to go to a free Mac Miller concert.
Hell yes. I had this one. I would have gotten some pushback because I'm currently doing a little of this, but I do wish I could just play video games all day.
Yeah, I had that.
Like there was nothing better than getting a new video game, being like, "There's my next 12 hours.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna beat this video game." That was the best.
Having imaginary friends.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Slash like world building with like your toys.
No, just more the
wish that you could have that though.
no imagination. I think
Yeah.
it's not imaginary friends.
Imagination, yeah,
Imagination.
that's pretty good.
You lose your imagination. That sucks.
Yeah, like you have like stuffed animals and like you have a whole world in your brain.
What was your world?
It depended on the day.
What were your stuffed animals?
I had a Chip Beanie Baby. That was my ride or die.
Nice.
And then it was just a random collection of other stuffed animals that my dog used as like
Yeah.
toys.
You had you had your dog's toys.
But I
that
had
you used as stuffed animals.
I had my ace. Like he'd be in the bed with me, and then everything else was just kind of like whatever was in the house.
The one having energy.
Yeah.
Like
That's working out though.
yeah, but like I'm talking about kid energy. Like I'm pretty sure my kids are solar powered because they'll
Yeah.
just be in the sun all day and they just won't be tired. And it's just like, how did this happen?
Yeah, you're super excited to wake up.
Right.
And you're super upset to go to sleep.
Right.
Because when you go to sleep, you might miss out on
Day's
fun
over,
stuff.
yeah. Sleeping in was one I had as well. Like I'm too old to sleep in.
Mm-hmm.
It would be awesome to sleep in till like 11.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, I sleep in sometimes as well.
I'm so jealous of that.
yeah.
Like, are there Saturdays?
That's a
But are there Saturdays when you'll sleep till like 11?
oh yeah.
You motherfucker.
Easy,
I would.
I slept till 4 the other day.
I would.
4 is crazy.
I'd kill a man to
Wait,
be able to do
yeah.
that.
You almost slept through the sun?
I was in bed pretty much until the sun
God damn it.
See, that's
came down.
a younger
I
man
was
would have
also-
been able to
That's
battle through that.
That's
was
so
also-
fucking awesome.
I
Yeah.
had Happy Meals. Happy
Oh.
Meals, the joy of the Happy Meal and the tiny little shitty toy.
Mm-hmm.
What about like school parties?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Valentine's
House
Day,
part.
and,
Oh.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
like Valentine's Day, you had all that stuff. You had like the Christmas parties. There always be like big activities.
Yeah.
planned
Yeah.
after. 'Cause
Like
now
a
if you
field
try to-
day.
Yeah, now you try to do that. There's always like alcohol or something else.
Yeah.
involved. But just like a sober, fun party.
Clean, old-fashioned fun.
Yeah, the holiday themed stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
dress
like
up
that.
parties for the holidays. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Swinging on swing sets.
Swinging on swing sets.
Good one.
Awesome.
You get the cops called on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you're
I
wearing
had-
a
should have
And, you're
kids with
walking.
you.
No, I'm saying
Yeah.
no. You walk. Like you're with your kids going to a park and you see a normal adult
Yeah,
male
no, you're
by
right.
himself swinging on a
You'd be like,
swing
what the
set.
fuck's going on?
Yeah, for his own good, I would call the cops on him probably.
You can still swim in a pool, but being a kid swimming in a pool, like
Yeah.
there was nothing better.
I would never
And
leave.
just being in a pool all day, like going underwater.
Yeah.
You guys gone underwater recently? It's
Yeah.
not as fun.
I did.
Like it's just like your ears pop. Like
I
I
did.
remember I used to just fucking go underwater all day.
I did. Yeah, it was awesome. I was at the pool,
I go
and
underwater, like,
my
every
buddy
time
was
I
at the
buy it.
pool, and he's got like a 6-year-old son, and so he's like, "Let's see how deep we can go to touch the bottom."
Yeah.
And so I was in the deep end, and you just like push yourself down, touch the bottom. It's exhilarating.
But then you do it once and you're like, all right, I did it. Like being a kid, you do it for hours.
Yeah, the kid stayed there and
Yeah.
he kept doing it. Just
Yeah.
pool games in general.
Pool games in general, definitely.
I did. I had being able to go out with a $20 bill.
Oh, that's
like,
good.
I wanted to do that. That was another one I was thinking. Then you're going to be. But then the alternative is okay. Well, now you have more money, so you don't need to do that.
Yeah.
But like when you're in college and like literally all you need is a $20 bill and can like have the best night ever. It's I can't even fathom that.
PFT and I have going out without smartphones.
Yeah, it was excellent.
That was so awesome.
It was
Just going
good.
out with a flip phone, just being like no one was on their phone.
I never.
to-
I didn't have a smartphone until 6 months into working at Barstool.
Really? You had a flip phone?
Were you texting?
I
Were you
didn't have
doing? Were you doing like T9?
I had an NV1. It was like
Those were sick.
it was a flip open keyboard,
I
and then I
guess
had an iPod Touch.
I
For
didn't
like
have
Wi-Fi
a
shit.
smartphone until I was like 24. Is BlackBerry? Yeah. All right. Anything else? Anything else we missed? Being a kid rocked.
Yeah.
Really was the best.
Coloring.
I was
Coloring,
bad
yeah.
at coloring.
Now, being able to be completely oblivious to all politics.
Yeah.
Like I try really hard to be oblivious, but it seeps in. But when you were a kid, who the fuck cares?
Mm-hmm.
There were
Not having a frontal lobe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, you're getting there.
Yeah.
there were a couple things I thought of that were close to both of yours. One of them, laser tag.
The laser tag's a good one.
I have a take. I think laser tag's the most overrated thing. in the
I
world.
don't think you
I
went
don't
to the
thi-
right
yeah,
laser tag
laser tag
place.
is
They're
awesome.
all bad.
No, not Ultrazone.
Paint.
Like-
Every time I play with laser tag, I wish I was playing paintball.
But paintball, you have to wear like I don't want to get. It's the fun of paintball without getting hurt.
And
Not
laser
crazy.
tag, it's dark. You got like black lights. You're sneaking through mazes and shit.
paintball was fun last year.
Yeah, paintball was a lot
And
of
then
fun.
also go karts.
Oh, go karts. Yeah.
Go karts, but I thought it was close to.
And they also do
Like
have
your-
they do have like adult go karts. We did it.
Yeah.
We did it in Nashville a few years ago.
And
It
for
was
an
fun.
ad too.
Yeah, it was fun.
But that's different. If it's
No,
for
I
an
know.
ad, it's different.
I used to. Oh man, I used to just want to stop at every go kart place. My dad would just not let me. I was just like, "Fuck."
I
wanna
feel like
go
roller
kart.
coasters are kind of like you can't just go to an amusement park and just like I guess you can. but-
Yeah, having the thrill of being on a golf
Yeah.
cart too. Like when you just like going on a golf cart when you're a kid was
Yeah.
awesome.
Water parks.
Yeah,
Water parks.
Although water parks are still fun.
They're still fun, not the
Yeah,
same.
Not the same.
Batting cages, still fun, not the same.
yeah, yeah.
Batting
Kid
cages,
rocks.
no, batting cages.
All right.
sluggers.
Good show, boys. We have the random number generator because we forgot to do the lottery balls. So, do you want to win this?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I don't.
Numbers.
I don't want this.
20.
Go 56.
I'll go 20.
I'll go
Hank did 20.
11.
Okay. Oh, so I have to wait. I'll go 8.
Huey? 42 for Huey. Jonah? 47. 3 for Memes. Shane? 21. All right. Shane, you watching? 11. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it says 11.
Wait, did you guess 11?
Yeah, Max gets 11.
Hey, congrats, Max.
Congrats, Max. That's awesome.
Huge. Yeah, Max. Max finally got it.
Shane, you're looking at it. Does it not say 11?
Wait, you actually guessed 11?
Yeah, I mean, it's
No.
it doesn't count as the lottery ball.
Hey,
Good
Max.
job, Max.
Max.
Yeah,
Hey,
you've gotten
Shane,
the random number generator. That's so sick. 100%.
It was actually 11, Shane.
Yeah.
Good job, dude.
Was there a camera on
Good
it?
job.
My eyes, but
Yeah.
Beam's eyes.
Good
Congrats,
job.
Max.
Max, that's so
Show
sick,
the
dude.
show the fucking thing.
That's so sick, Max. That's so sick, dude.
I still think you're fucking with me.
I mean, well, because it's like the lamest thing to win is.
I
this.
mean, I don't care. You can't ask the question anymore.
No, I can. Have you ever gotten the lottery ball machine?
I got the number.
Have you ever gotten the lottery ball machine?
I got the number.
Answer the question. Have you ever
I got
gotten
the
the lottery
number.
ball
I
machine?
got the number.
No, you've never gotten the lottery ball machine.
All right, fine. It's better that I'm taking. This is a win.
No,
There's
it's not.
the best part
All
is
right, fine.
there's always going to be like a shred of doubt in Max's mind that it was actually
It
true.
wasn't 11.
It's okay. But
Well, what
it's,
was it?
it's
It was not 11.
How did you do that?
I just kept on hitting it until it became 11.
Yeah. I got my guy back here.
Wait, was it 11?
Yeah, it was 11.
It
First
was
time.
11, Shane.
Look, 11.
I know that, but yeah,
11.
easy. That was
The number
easy.
that is
Easy.
the number 11.
Winner.
Ask our
Here,
econ
get
guy.
This, get this. So it's firmly in there. 11. Bang. Way to go, Max.
I'm happy. That's a
job,
win.
Max. I can
That's
tell
a
how
win.
happy you are, yeah.
That's a win.
All right. See everyone on Wednesday.
Love you guys.